Hey, yi oh ooh.
Hi, Connie. Welcome back for 15 months. Thank you so much. How you doing, friend? All right. Ella's here. Mrs. Zotz. Mrs. Zotz got first. Connie is okay. Well, I'm glad. Okay is better than like not good, right? Chain Convict, hello. How are you? All right, everybody. We need to do ads. We've got pre-rolls right now. Don't forget to post in show and tell for later. If you're not in the Discord, there it is. I haven't even looked. I've been busy this morning. I had to take the dogs out because my husband had to leave for the shop. So I had to walk them, which is fine. I enjoy doing it and everything. It's just, sometimes it's better for me to be able to get down here right away and get things rolling. But he had stuff to do at the shop, so I had to do that. Somebody snuck in. Two somebodies snuck onto our Tiltify while we weren't live and got us to exactly $4,000, not even counting our auction bids that are still going. But we are officially at $4,000 on our Tiltify campaign for direct donations to the Tiltify. So super awesome. And the second person who made it an even $4,000 left a very telling message. They are either trying to make me think they're someone else or they are the person. Regardless of who it was, it doesn't really matter. They said anonymous, and the message was, in honor of Twitch's #1 Fortnite streamer. So I am very pleased that we have reached 4,000 for the campaign. And you, Naughty Gnome, you also did. I'm pretty sure that was an offline dono, wasn't it? I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. You've done a lot for a few of us here, fundraising for Starlight. So thank you for that. It is very much appreciated. Not only, obviously, first and foremost, the kids and their families, but I really love to mention frequently because they're so great. Starlight staff, and in particular, the ones that I have been in contact with are the folks who run the Discord server and work with streamers. So their community outreach team has just been incredible. So, those people have electricity and, other utilities and food and they have housing costs and all that stuff. And they could choose to work in any number of ways. Hi, Quicksilver. They could choose to work in any number of ways that would pay their bills, but, they choose to work for a nonprofit, which is awesome. So I really love them. And so when you are supporting the charity, you are also supporting people who are doing things with their lives to make life better for others. All right. We are getting into it here. Got to get into it. Got to get into it. It is so awesome that we're at $4,000, including our auction bids. I don't think that we have yet collected enough auction bids and donations to hit that full goal, but we're awful close. And I'd actually kind of like to try to do the math right now. But just huge shout out to everyone because look how close we are to 50K. And this Blapple, look what Blapple did to the goal. I think Blapple, I yelled at Blapple in DMs. I was like, you need to fix the goal. I can't do it. I don't have permission. I don't have access to that feature in the team. Like I'm an admin for the Tiltify team, but I can't adjust goals and things like that. So I was like, you need to fix that goal. And Blapple was like, shut up. Our DMs are just me and Blapple yelling at each other. And then it's, occasionally interspersed with I love yous and stuff like that. Hi, Space Hobo. How you doing? Did we get you your points yet, Mrs. Zotz? I don't think I did do it. Plus, I'm getting excited for doing Create-a-thon for Curing Kids with Ella and a bunch of other awesome streamers, including Fierce Kittens, who was here yesterday, Cool Tony, a ton of people. I think Leshki, tons of people for St. Jude, but that's Thursday. There you go, Mrs. Zotz. And I woke up and sat down, or I woke up. I got home from my walks with the dogs, and I sat down here, and I had 3 tabs open with Slavburn on them. It's pretty awesome, You go to sleep with teammates on your computer, you come back and it's just teammates. So, super stoked. Awesome job, everybody. $49,128.70 for our team. I think 50K is fully reachable. I do want to check to see real quick here. I want to see. I also reached out to Tiltify and I said, hey, I have a request. Can you guys make it so we can see what the total of bids is? Because the only widgets they have is pledged and completed. And pledged just means that was the amount of the winning bid and they haven't completed payment yet. But in my experience so far, that's not really a thing. Oh, I have Churny Goods Co. too up on another tab. I didn't realize I have so many tabs with Twitch streams sometimes that now where did the other one go that I had Slavburn up on? I had it up. Oh, maybe Slavburn rated. Yes, Slavburn rated Churny Goods Co. Okay. What you doing today, Smokey? It's nice to see you. Everybody getting ready and feeling like they're ready at all for your holidays here. If you celebrate any of the upcoming holidays like Christmas and stuff like that. Hope you're feeling like you're ready to go. I am not. I mean, I'm getting there for sure, but here we're gonna throw a lurk at Calyx, Moko. Gotta lurk Moko because I need to get my points so I can take over their stream, and because I like them. They're like the younger cousins I never had. What's going on, Mad Viking King? How are you? Hello, friend. Everybody welcome Mad Viking King in, who raided the other night. And we were, that was, I am already kind of a squirrel of a human, Mad Viking King. Do people call you like MVK or anything like that? So I don't mind saying your whole name out all the way. But so you rated in, and I'm still getting used to. I got 2 foot pedals. What an awesome gift for somebody to get in terms of equipment. I got 2 foot pedals, which I really need to like figure out how to set up properly. Elgato foot pedal for the Stream Deck, and so I was still even just getting used to like how do I use them to mute and deafen myself in Discord, since I'm playing a game with my hands or I'm often crafting, and I was having such a good time in the game, but I am still trying to learn how to appropriately, like especially if the person you're collabing with is kind of talking and they seem like they have sort of a long thing they want to say. And when we're fundraising for, yeah, MVK King, Viking, whatever works for you. And that's odds. Yeah. And we were having a really good time. So I was collabing with, and I think, you know, we probably did a good job for the most part of shouting people out. This person is who I was playing with. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So, you know, it was, I do collabs, but I haven't done like a ton of them. And when there's stuff going on in the game, and then there's people talking in chat, and then there's donations coming through for the charity, and people are rating, which is wonderful, and it's such awesome support. I felt so badly because I actually sent apology messages to every single person who rated during that stream saying, hey, I really appreciate, because like I never want anyone to feel like I didn't give like the same normal reaction. Sensory overload. Yeah, it was nuts. Hi, Bex. How are you? It was really hard, but it was so much fun. And it's like, you know, we were doing it for like a really great cause. So it's perfectly all right. It's part of the job, and it's just something I need to get more used to. But it was really fun. I enjoyed it. And Jang and I both think that it would be fun to do something like that again. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we raised money for the babies. And then we took all the love over there because I just could see that things were happening over there. I was like, he just has, the ball is rolling already over there. Let's just go and give you know, even more eyeballs on that space, because auction ends on the 12th, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, Bex. And I'm thinking about putting a maybe even a couple of last minute auction items in there. We'll see. Cause I threw the dice bag up there and everybody was like, woo! So I'm actually considering whether or not it might be smart to do some additional items special just for tomorrow. Only problem, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at like 9 in the morning in a town half an hour away. So I'm not sure what time I'll be back at my house. Probably like 11:30. Almost 50K for the team, yes. And actually what I was going to do right now is pull up the auction. So thank you, Arid. I appreciate you guys. Arid Ecam Wife donated the most gorgeous piece. It's already been given away, but it is so beautiful. And Literate Ian won it, which is awesome because Ian has been extremely supportive this campaign. And speaking of Ians, we still have some dragons to give away, and we need to do one today because we hit 4,000. And let's see. We have the auction, which ends tomorrow at 2 p.m. All right, I'm going to pull this up on the screen. I've had like no time to get ready for Thursday, Ella. I'm not going to do it complicated. It'll be fun. Okay. Dice bag is up to $100.69 because the emote is at 50. There's 2 items in here that have no bids yet. One of them is 11 by 14 hand-drawn portrait from Panda Art. I don't know if I can edit any of these at this point, but all the project bags have bids, but the bids are at the minimum, except for this one is $1 over the minimum. So these are definitely a $50 value, and they're beautiful. So like, you know, I don't know if you guys are waiting to see if you can get them for like, you know, it's okay. This is how auctions work, and the money goes to the charity. And I know the Ether and I is just thrilled to do it. So, Rack Whack doll is at 45. The yarn is at 112.50, which means if Ms. Jinx stays in the lead here, she'll get 4 skeins of yarn instead of just 2. I did make that stipulation. The emote commission slot courtesy of Cupo Joe is at 50. Crochet Mario set also at 50. And the Art and Just pet portrait or house portrait is at 178.50. And the Sasaki Woodworks knife commission is at 301. So if we start here at the bottom and we total these up, 301 plus 178.50 plus, I don't think it's moved since the last time we totaled it, but I'm going to just total it here now anyways. 50. So that's 579. 112.50 is 692 plus 45 is 737 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 50 no plus 50 plus 169 is, it's still at 1,068.69, which means our actual total when these all go through, they're awesome. Vile. Our actual total when these all go through is $5,068.69, which means we are $486.86 away from making Miro go on vacation for a full week. And 506869. $1,901.01 away from our lifetime record-breaking campaign total. If we were to get another $1,901.01 worth of donations directly to the Tiltify or auction bids, increase in auction bids, we would exceed the #1 campaign we've ever run on Tiltify, which was last year's 12 days. I'm not pushing hard for that, but it's worth remarking only because I'm really happy and I am so proud of us that we've gotten that close to it. So no matter what happens, it's okay. I know I shared with you guys that I had some feelings of like self-doubt and you know, inadequacy and all that other stuff. But really the point was the thing I said next, which was I told myself to stop worrying about that. Like I tell all of you guys, I try to follow my own advice. And I said, you've done a lot for a lot of charities this year. You need to be kind to yourself. And that it's not about me and it's not about my total and it's not even about our team's total, really. Like really the #1 important thing is that people are coming together to benefit others. So you're a record-breaking. No, you, Lambo. I know that's the lazy response, but it's okay. Hi, Ian. How are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome in. What's up, Puffles? Welcome, friend. All right. So, auction ends tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. I may not be back to the house until around like maybe 11:30 at the earliest. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and this doctor this doctor's office is like the closest one through my insurance, and they were booked out for like 6 weeks. So if I were to try to change it now, I would have to probably wait like another 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm just going to go to my doctor's appointment tomorrow. Nothing serious, just like establishing care with a new doctor. I mean, I have some stuff I want to talk to the doctor about, but it's not like, it's not like there's anything pressing right now. Please don't worry. Hi Tashwin. I'm just trying to take care of myself. So, I was saying to my husband, maybe I'll cancel my doctor's appointment tomorrow. And he's like, no. He's like, don't do that. I already have a family friend of ours is going to give me a ride. And like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, don't do that. You need to go to your doctor's appointment. So yeah, just a checkup or whatever. Routine, like wellness exam. I have some stuff I want to talk to the doc about. I need a referral to a dermatologist, which I've had to have dermatology. I've had to have a dermatologist like all of my adult life. I have something called Clark's dysplastic nevi, which is just they're a specific type of mole that people who have them are generally at much higher risk of skin cancer. Fun times. If I cancel, you'll nerf me. I need to put, yes, I know, Upcycly. I know. So, I'm super thrilled. And like, what I was just saying about like feeling like, oh, I don't know if I did enough. It's hard. It's like you get picked to be an ambassador or whatever. And then I have to remember, I really tried very hard this year. Hi, Josh. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a great time zone. Everybody welcome Josh. And if you don't feel like talking right now, Josh, that's fine. You can lurk away. But if you want to introduce yourself, we'd love to get to know you. No, I know. But, right, exactly. So I said to myself, I says to the guy, I said to myself, people who have never done charity before did it this time and told me that it was because I invited them to or encouraged them to. Thank you for taking the leap, those of you that did that. Or they've never fundraised for this cause before. I know, Ian, but you know how it is in streamer culture. Oh, well, you raised this much last year, so surely you can do it again, at least. There's always this sort of looming pressure to beat your record, to do more than you've done before. And some years are just not, last year we were so fortunate. We not only got a Twitch donation, I believe, to our 12 days of like $500, but we also got Claws My Caused by Ellie Joy Panic and got like $1,500. So last year's total was $2,000 worth of, again, you have to work hard and you have to be doing it and you have to be putting yourself out there. And, there's things that have to happen before you're going to, and they do pick smaller people sometimes, which is awesome. It's really awesome to see the reactions of, smaller streamers who haven't done as much charity before. No worries, Ella. I love you, friend. I'm excited for Thursday. I wish I was rating you. I wish we were on the same time slots, but it's okay. It's just, it's some of it is ego, and you have to recognize that, and you have to go, this is not about me and my achievements. It is not a bad reflection on me or my community if we don't blast last year's total out of the water. It does that's not the point. It's not the point of this. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, don't do that, Ella. I'm cooking up a plan to be able to stay on. I wasn't going to be able to stay on, but I think what I might do is talk with my students today and be like, look, guys, I have some other obligations. I'm not going to tell them, what, obviously, because I don't talk about my stream with them. A couple of them know. I don't know if it's because my kids maybe have talked about me at school a little bit. And before I took this position, it really didn't matter. But I mean, it's hard because what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't, I can't stand there I can't stand with my kids all the time and be like, don't ever talk about mom streaming. But I don't, just basically, I just avoid the topic at drama club. Occasionally, I will hint at the fact that I have experience with content creation, or, fundraising particularly, or like other causes and stuff like that. But I try to keep that separate. I think it's important. I certainly would not allow any of my students, if they came in here, you do the internets. If I found out a student was in my chat, I would ban them. And the reason being a couple of different things. That, like, we don't allow people to divulge their age if they're underage. No worries, Ella. Have a great walk, and I love you, and I will see you. Now, what is this cute badge you have next to your name? Twitch recap. How'd you get that? You're leaving. Goodbye. I'll figure it out. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I just tell them, hey guys, today I tell them, hey, all y'all are going on vacation. And our playwright needs to write stuff. And I think you should just take the time after school Thursday to write stuff and work on music for the show and enjoy your afternoon and all that. And also there's a lot of clubs that meet the same days that we do, so then they can go to those other ones if they want on that day. And then maybe what I'll tell them is like, hey, we'll make it up when we come back. Oh, okay. So I did look at it. I wonder if I have it now. So anyways, just again, also to kind of sort of wrap up the topic of how we've done so far this campaign. I'm thrilled that we have with our charity. This is the thing that I really wanted to be able to do with our charity, with our auction listing bids factored in. We have funded a gaming rig. We have funded a gaming rig this year. And it's so important to me to thank you guys for hitting that milestone in particular. And even if we hadn't made it there, let's say we only raised 4,800. That's still 3 handhelds, which is incredible. So like, hi, Catazalai. Thank you for the lurk. Catazalai is also doing St. Jude create-a-thon for curing kids with Quiltoni et al. And if Puffles, would you do a fancy shout out for Catazalai? And we also got to hang out, like, because Catazalai does a lot of charity stuff, but was helping work the booth for another charity at TwitchCon, and we were right next to each other. The Starlight booth was directly next to the booth where Catazalai and Calyx were both hanging out. And it was really cool to be able to be like, what's up, Calyx? Just like look over and be like, what's up? I know, we got to have a hug. It was really fun. I enjoyed TwitchCon. I learned some things. I'll be better prepared next time that I go to a con, specifically TwitchCon. I was so overwhelmed. I didn't make it to a single panel. I had some obligations and I wanted to just be able to hang out with some people. And just chill and like hang out in person. And I wandered through Artist Alley a bunch. I might consider doing a booth at Artist Alley, but it has to be with other people so that I'm not tied to it the whole time. Yeah. And I mean, I kind of felt like that's where I belonged, was at the Starlight booth, but I walked around a bit. I went to some of the other charity booths. I hung out and talked to Ricky from St. Jude, which was awesome. And I saw Amanda Hill, and who else was at the St. Jude booth? And I ran into Rusty and Lady at the St. Jude booth, and I saw the fella from Stand Up to Cancer came and like specifically sought me out to thank me on behalf of our community. Say like thank you and your community for supporting Stand Up to Cancer. It was really awesome. So it was great. TwitchCon was great, and I got to meet Shayna from Sharp Balloons and Kim for the day, and I got to hang out with Zundi. I even had breakfast with Zam, even though he's a poopy butthead. He's a poopy butt face, and he said, "Oh, I don't think I'll have time to hang out with you because I already have everything so planned out." I got to hang out with Zach M. Rutledge and Payne Fred Nudo and Brix O'Brien, and I was hanging out with Karen practically the entire time. And it was so amazing to be able to spend time with Karen. Hi, Redhead. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed being there, but it was a bit overwhelming. And I am not the night owl I used to be. Specifically, if I'm walking around all day long, which is, you know, you walk around a lot at a con, I am not going to be able to like go like party hardy afterward. I was exhausted every day and ready to go back to my hotel room at about like, I could make it till about like 10 or 11 before I was like, I am so tired. Not asking to pester, just curious, did you get to the post? I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? No, I haven't. Hubs couldn't take me there today, Puffles. He was already running late. And I had to walk the dogs. Oh man, you know what I should have thought of? I could have had him take me and the dogs down there. I was concerned because I think there might be a bunch of stuff there. Ugh, I need to go there to get the fabric. For Create-a-thon. When am I going to do that? I could do it tomorrow. I'll probably go tomorrow. See, you said post and I thought you meant like posting something. Churny! Or, I mean, we should say Chorny, right? Kmart. Kmart, we just got a raid. You got to come in here like that. I mean, you might as well let them know what's up, right? Hello, raiders. We like fart noises. Churny, how was your stream? Oh, I'm sorry, Redhead. Stelliot, hello. Fart noises are good. I mean, you know, that's like we're not gonna stop. But like right when people get here. Kmart, I love you. Okay. Oh, welcome, raiders. How is your stream? I'm actually lurking myself now, so I need to figure out someone else to take up that tab. Because I had you up when Slopburn raided in. You made the playing cards case today. Ooh, like a case, you know, for any kind of cards, right? But so tell me about this. You know, my husband and I, we run a card shop made with leather. Yes, I know. You literally pressed enter and then saw the raid province. Okay, Kmart. Welcome, readers. We're happy to have you. Thank you so much. I'm 9.5. If you've never been here before, I'm called that because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. No, it wasn't actually an alligator wrestling accident. That's just some lore that a friend of mine and I made up for fun. But it is a nickname I've had for 20 years. A very bold restaurant coworker decided that this would be a hilarious nickname for me. Thankfully for said coworker, I thought it was funny too. So you could say the nickname stuck, unlike the top half of my finger. Welcome in. We're so happy you're here. I am also fundraising for Starlight Children's Foundation. I am a Starlight ambassador. Ooh, I just realized I need to turn some stuff back on in my scenes because I was playing around with some things. So here's my little ambassador symbol. And also, we have an auction. We have this auction. The QR code that I just turned back on in the bottom of the screen is will take you directly to our auction. We've raised exactly $4,000 through direct donations to our campaign, but we also have raised another $1,068.69 because there are a bunch of trolls and a bunch of children, and it's fine because I am too. And if you add that, our total with the bids included is over $5,000, which is the cost of a gaming rig and is so awesome. And I'm so proud of our community. And our team is rapidly approaching having raised $50,000 all together. Kat, talk to them. You can get access. Go in the Tiltify server and ask how you get access. You just have to request it. They asked me to beta test it, so this is like the third or fourth one that I've done. Yes. Please. Talk to Tiltify. Are you in the server? Get in the Discord server if you're not. And figure out which channel you ask questions. And you should be able to ask somebody in there for access. I'm not sure where I saw that post, but somebody said, yeah, you just need to request access. I'm pretty sure. Because Amish has it now. I think Becca has it now. So you just have to ask them. Hi, EO Dog. It's good. We have a raid video for you guys. But first, before that, because you are part of the team and you raided in and you're helping support Starlight by keeping viewership up on channels across our team, Turney, you get to pick a color, yellow or blue, and I'll stick a sticky note to my sweatshirt for you for rating. That also applies to donors. Anyone who donates gets a sticky note. Those were auction items that were just going by on the screen. There's a bunch of really cool things up there. You should check them out. There is a knife commission from our friend Sasaki Woodworks, a $400 value that's only at $301 right now. Please feel free to hop in there and look. The auction ends. You have until tomorrow. It closes at exactly 2 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. So you have a little over 24 hours to check those items out and consider a bid on any one of them. There's a couple of things in there from me, and there's a ton of other awesome stuff from a bunch of really great artists and streamers and friends of the channel. You want blue. Excellent. Turney, thank you. If you need to go de-stream, I totally understand. If you need to go clean up or you need to eat or any other, self-care stuff or anything like that. But we need to get you a shout out. Oh, Puffles did it. Thank you so much, Puffles. I love you. You're awesome. And we have a raid video for you guys. So let's do that real quick. And this will help you understand the whole thing about the fart noises and maybe even some stuff about the rubber chickens. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it. Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh? What? You're doing so hard! There's people out here with reputations at stake. All right, we got you right here, Turney. Have a great lunch. Thank you for raiding in. Thank you for bringing people to the stream and keeping the love going on our team. Again, team is at $49,128.70 out of our new goal of $69,696.90. Ugh, yuck. And we're at $4,000. If we make it with the Tiltify auction bids included, we're at $5,068.69 so far, unless anybody's made a bid in the last 5 minutes. And I hope they have. Hint, hint. If we get to 55.55, we're sending our moderator friend my awesome friend and supporter and incredible human being. We're sending him packing. We're taking his sword away for a whole week. Miro is not allowed to moderate. He has to just sit here and enjoy himself. Terrible punishment. And if he tries to mod or do anything like that, hi, Captain Starlight. Everyone, please welcome Captain Starlight. Hi. Exclamation point FTK is in the chat. That's Captain Starlight in that emote. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you. I'm already gonna cry. This organization really means a lot to me. Oh, thank you. It was a no-brainer to apply for it. I've told this story 100,000 times, and I'll tell it again as many times as I have to. I was hospitalized following the accident that cost me the top half of my finger as a child when I was 4 years old. I had to go back to the hospital for 2 weeks because I came down with a really horrible infection after they amputated my finger. And the number one thing that I remember from that experience was the boredom and the loneliness. And I drove the nurses and the doctors crazy coming to their station and trying to talk to them. And I was a really creative kid. I loved making things. And, you know, you might argue I still am a creative human being. Haha. I sit here and crochet every stream. And I had a nurse who very kindly and patiently helped me learn how to make tissue paper flowers and gave me things to do because she could see that I needed distraction and I needed something that made me happy and that I enjoyed doing so that I could get through this observation period they wanted me to stay for so they could ensure that the infection had cleared my system because it would have killed me. If it weren't for modern medicine, if it weren't for antibiotics, I would not be sitting here. So I'm so thankful to Starlight because I had a person who was willing to do that for me, and that's what Starlight does. And it just means the world to me. I love them so much. Thank you. I just love what Starlight does. I really love it. It is my pleasure and my privilege to fundraise for Starlight. And I proudly wear my hoodie everywhere I go. And I tell people about it, and I think it's super cool what they do with VR. I also had to have procedures following my accident to ensure that the fragment of bone at the end of my finger would not try to come through where they had done sutures. I actually had to have a bit of a graft in order to be able to make the skin grow properly over it. And that was an extremely uncomfortable treatment. And I think about how, okay, so I didn't have access to that stuff. And that made it really uncomfortable. And it was something I didn't like at all. And it was really unpleasant. And I used to beg my mom to not have to go. But if there had been something like VR or, you know, some of these treatments are extremely necessary. It's things like chemo. It's all kinds of other stuff. We have a donation match in progress, you guys, courtesy of Captain Starlight. Come on, everybody. Lunar
Get supported,
Wolf!
nerds.
And that's doubled, you guys.
Kids.
That's doubled. That's doubled. Y'all, your donations are currently doubled. Please take advantage of this amazing opportunity to make your donation go twice as far. So awesome. I am beyond grateful. Thank you so much. Elliot, thank you so much. Thank you. Your $50 donation becomes $100. Lunar Wolf, thank you so much, friend, for your 100. Your 100 becomes the cost of a Radio Flyer custom little red wagon that is hospital ready, that they can clean with sanitizing products so that maybe a kid doesn't go through what I went through, because it's entirely possible that I came down with the infection due to negligence in the hospital. We never could actually 100% prove it, but my mom said, she said, I'm convinced. My mother was a nurse, a private practice nurse, and she said this hospital had a bunch of problems around that time with people becoming ill, more ill than they should when they were there for care, and it was their negligence. They were not properly sanitizing things. So these wagons can be properly sanitized. The gaming rigs can be properly sanitized. The handhelds can be properly sanitized. It's extremely important for some of these kids who have suppressed immune systems not to come in contact with any pathogens. And so Starlight says, well, we want to do this, so we're going to do it right. And we're going to make sure that there's not any risk that this awesome thing that we're providing the kids ends up hurting them even more. Thank you so much. Best friend Danielle, thank you. Captain Starlight, before you head out, because I'm sure you're very busy, I was going to say, if you want to, you can pick one of these, a color, yellow or blue. Your name is yellow. I'll do yellow for you. We'll make it simple. We'll make it easy. You have things to do. You have people to help. I am so appreciative. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for helping the kiddos. I get emotional about it, but I'm not sad. I'm so happy. They're happy tears. It is absolutely just an honor and a privilege to help bring joy to children, particularly this time of year. Captain Starlight, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, Buttspot, not now. Buttspot's like, yes, me too. Captain Starlight, thank you. Another donation. You guys, thank you so much for taking advantage of this donation match. We are now at $4,420. That's $420 today. This is what I mean when I talk about, you know, if you're feeling like, gosh, I don't know if we're going to hit our goal and all that stuff. Ian, Kappa. Thank you. Kappa. Captain Starlight, thank you so much. You're going to go right here, right over my heart. Look at all those stickers on this screen, you guys. Robot Wizard, thank you. I don't know how long this donation match lasts. I need to look really quick and I need to put it out on the socials. We need to make sure that we take full advantage of this. If you guys feel like posting about it on socials, I highly encourage that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Robot Wizard. You're amazing. You do so much. It's so hard because I never want you guys to be doing anything because you think that it will, you know, that my mood depends on it, because that's not right. That should not be the reason. It should be because you also believe in what they're doing. And it's my job to convince you. It's my job to talk about them and to say how your funds will be used and to represent them well and to be here and to celebrate when you donate. That's my job. And I will never, ever, I'm just telling you, I'm so relieved that we funded a gaming station. It would be really awesome to send Miro on vacation. And also, y'all, look at our total for the team. We're $251.30. We are $251.30 away from having raised $50,000. $50,000 for Starlight, for our team. Our team has very nearly raised $50,000 to bring happiness to children who are in the hospital. And I am so proud of our team. Awesome. Awesome. I didn't think that it would, I was hoping it would be for the rest of 12 days, but you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is they thought that it would be awesome to help us reach our goal. And that is so incredible.
9 pojammies.
Robot Wizard, thank you so much for resubscribing for 3 months. And seriously, you know, we appreciate and we are so happy to have people like you to help us, and someone who just absolutely is always going the extra mile and does it in such a fun way. Robot Wizard is S tier TTS expert. Your brother had his first open heart surgery at 7 days. Oh my gosh, Stelliot. He has been in and out of the hospital his entire life. So you know what this means to the kids. When I tell my story, I always think, and my story is one situation I was in as a 4-year-old, and there are kids for whom they spend just as much, if not sometimes more time in the hospital than they do at home. And an organization like Starlight helps them feel like they get to have childhood experiences that the rest of us might even maybe take for granted a little bit. Just some playtime, some wholesome distraction. And again, the VR is revolutionary. It sometimes eliminates the need for general anesthesia, which comes with a ton of other risks. Quickly, I want to post about this to socials, but then I need to do stickies for all of our people who just donated. And that would be Lunar Wolf. Lunar Wolf, what color do you want for a sticky Robot Wizard? Ian, Danielle, thank you all for taking advantage of this match. It is so incredible. And I'm sorry, y'all, but Captain Starlight gets the confetti bomb. Or should we save it? Do you think Captain Starlight would want me to save it in case somebody else decides to do a donation match? You'd like Blue Robot Wizard. Is that always your name in chat? I feel like every time I've seen your name in Jang's chat, it's blue. Is that your favorite color? And I know Jang doesn't like favorites questions. I can understand it. When he explained it, I was like, oh, that does make sense. It's hard. People sometimes don't know when to stop when it comes to their preferences. You want licorice? Ian, did you ask me to do black licorice? Do it when we hit the match. Yeah, there we go. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea, Karen. Thank you. Maybe. You can't resist the temptation to troll a streamer, huh? Just a color from a Gundam fan artwork that you really dug. Very cool. Yeah, I need to figure out what Gundam I'm going to do next. I also need to watch the rest of Witch from Mercury. Here. All right, Robot Wizard, you're on there. Ian, what color would you like? Blue for you, Lunar Wolf. Thank you, Lunar Wolf. You have supported so many of our charitable causes and also the channel, which is extremely appreciated. And I really, it means a lot to me that you guys think this space is worth supporting. And then, you know, when I put it out there that there's an organization that needs our help, you say, okay. All right. Yellow for you, Danielle. I love you. And we need to do earring stitch marker giveaway today, at least one. MCQ Mommy, aka BFD. Oh, you're my best friend, Danielle. Witch from Mercury was great. Not all Gundam shows, but you're really happy with that one. Yeah, I enjoyed what I watched, what I've had a chance to watch of it. I just haven't had time. I don't watch TV generally. Hubs and I watched Last of Us together, and it was really good. I don't know if I have any more tape. Hopefully these will stick, because I've had trouble with them sticking to my clothing. You know what? Maybe today what we do is... Gotta make sure you can see them, because they're not gonna stick otherwise. We put them... Gotta make sure we can see your whole name. Churney rated, and we do them for readers as well. All right, there. We'll put them there. It's kind of fun anyways, because it's right there on my workspace. Who else? Ian, what color do you want? Did you say already? Blue. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, I put it out there that we were streaming over the next few days for Starlight, but, you know, again, I always try and make sure I'm not, oh, I took 2 of them on that one. I'm not, getting my hopes up in, like, a positive way, right? Like, well, maybe they will choose other people and it will help them get to their goal, and, you know, how awesome is that? Like, it's all a team effort. It all goes to Starlight. It's all part of helping the kids, so... All right. We need to go here. Matching donation. Amount matched is already 310. Already 310. So awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Get supported, nerds. I mean, kids. Stelliot! Oh, I'm so excited I get to make you an ornament. Stelliot, will you tell me if you have to choose between... I have a question for you, so I'm going to wait till you type in chat to say, you know, yes, I'm ready or whatever. I have a color choice question for you. Hot pink, light pink, like an aqua kind of a green. Or purple. So there's a purple one I've already made. I have plenty of this hot pink. These are not blocked yet. They're not finished, but this is what they look like. And I have like a green. So how I'm going to finish these is I put them on a piece of cardboard covered in plastic wrap. I'll water down glue. I brush it onto the ornament, and then that stiffens it and it will hold its shape. And see, like I'm noticing, I'm like already wanting to play with this and be like, that needs to go over just a tiny bit. This one is for Ian. So that's how you get them to hold the proper shape, right? But then I was like, I don't know where all my pins went. I didn't have any pins. And then I opened my Woobles advent calendar and it came with a bunch of little pins. So I'll be able to use those to do all of the ones I've already done. But those are the color choices I have right now for the metallic thread. Unless you just want a plain white one, which is totally fine. But if you want it sparkly, let me know which color you like the best of these 4 colors. Oh, Bex, thank you so much, Bex. Bex, thank you. Your $80 donation becomes $160 for the kids, thanks to Captain Starlight's very generous contribution. of a $500 matching donation. You guys are gonna complete this before I even have time to post about it. $390 matched so far out of 500. No. So add 390 to this. Wait, yes we have. Yes we have, because of the bids. You're right. $6,238.69, even if nobody else donated a penny. Which means that we are actually... We're awful close. If we got the remainder of that... It's actually quite reachable now because of this today. For us to break our total. Break our record for a single campaign total. D, I love you so much, D. Wait, is it Dee Dee? What's wrong with me?
Dee Dee, what are you doing in my laboratory?
Hi, kittens. I'm sorry, I'm kind of having a moment. Oh!
Donation on behalf of Starlight's partners to bring holiday cheer to hospitalized children. Let's go.
It's already over. I didn't even have time to post to socials about it. Why do you have multiple tabs? With streamers crying? Because even though it can seem like quite the opposite is true, there is good in this world. That is so much help for the kids. Look at this. We did it. Our donation match and your donations, Captain Starlight's donations combined with yours, pushed us over $50,000 for the team. Yay! Thank you so much, everybody. Everybody. Whether you made a donation or you just hung out with us, if you rated into our channels, that is helping our team and it's helping Starlight. And I know how much they appreciate it, how much it means to them. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. We don't want to hurt ourselves, but we're doing it. Here, these scissors are so dull. I've used them for so many things I shouldn't. I have to score it first, so yeah, I know about music. It's okay. Hold on. I want to score it first because you have to score it. It's kind of anticlimactic. It's like, let's do the thing with the little money. And then you have to sit here and be like, oh, okay, let me get out my sharp knife. My X-Acto knife and like cut it first because otherwise you can't twist it. It's completely impossible, which is probably a good thing, to be honest. It makes you think about whether or not you really want to do it. Hype music. Okay. I really should have a song picked out for this already. I can't believe you guys, we already did it. We already... Ugh. No. No. No, that's not hype music. What's wrong with you? Okay, what do we play? You guys have to help me. It's not working. What do we play? Our team just hit $50,000 raised for Starlight Children's Foundation. Not the theme song. That doesn't make any sense, you know. I don't want to get DMCA'd. I understand. I know that song came to mind immediately, Ian, but I don't have my audio separated yet. Not quite. Yes. Yes, with the auction bids included, yes. Yes. Yep, Mira's going on vacation. The next thing that I would be looking for after this 5555.55 is to exceed our last year's total would be the next goal I would set. But again, even if that doesn't happen, I don't, that's no biggie. It would be so awesome. I'm stoked that our team hit 50K, which is amazing. And honestly too, like one thing I would like to make mention of is, you know, considering those people who may not have reached their goals yet, like their original goals, it would be really awesome to be able to help them. And I need to do stickies for a couple more of you, but we could do the 1812 overture. The end of it, not the whole thing. We're sitting here for like 20 minutes or however long that takes to get to that part of it. Yeah, we want like the very end, right? Here. Oh my God, it's so loud! I'm so sorry. Why was YouTube cranked all the way up? Where is the part that they like? Is this it? Is it? Ready? Dude, I'm telling you right now, you guys, I love you. I find these in my office for literally years afterwards. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Woo! Woo! My middle child asked me if he could spend this like real money. I was like, you think I would just be shooting it all over my office if that was the case? Whee! I'm glad my kids have no concept of money. Thank you so much, everybody. I cannot. I'm so happy right now. I'm overjoyed. I'm over the moon. I was already really, really happy about how far we made it. Just getting a gaming rig funded, and Captain Starlight swooped in here today and did a matching donation that we completed that in record time. You guys said, "Oh yeah, let's do it." And RC, thank you for being the one to match that final amount. I really appreciate the heck out of you, RC. The maniac in your name is an accurate description, but it's the best kind of maniac I've ever seen. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. And thank you even just for being here when things like this happen. It really means a lot. It really is. How dare you? Cuts off all awkwardly. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a lot of bits, Karen. Thank you. I really do. I appreciate the heck out of everybody being here. Seriously going to be finding tiny money all over my office for a long time. Thank you so much. Yeah, Captain Starlight emotes in the chat, please. Oh, hi, Wiffle. How are you? Captain Starlight emotes in the chat, please. I am so proud of our community. I will not stop saying it over and over and over again. All the small donations, they add up so much. Every single person that donated to this campaign is part of that amazing, extremely successful campaign that isn't even accurate because of the bids. So add 1,068.69 to that at least, because we have auction bids totaling at least that much money. I need a second to like process all of this. We are actually at $6,074.99. This music, what is going on? Another dollar just fell out of the ceiling. Another tiny $100 bill. You could look at it as the gaming rig, right? I really, I was very moved by Tara's comments. Right, Dee? I was very moved by Tara's comments, to Tara from Starlight. that Randall Children's Hospital in Portland, which I have been seen at the hospital at Legacy Emmanuel, but they have a children's hospital that's part of the campus. That Randall Children's Hospital was thrilled to get 3 handhelds from us last year. 2 or 3, whichever it was. Maybe a total of 3 between campaigns. We have actually raised enough this campaign to almost cover the cost. Not quite, but very close to covering the cost of 4 handhelds. You know, these folks are trying so hard. The pandemic was so difficult for healthcare workers. This helps them to be able to do their job better. It helps them to be able to heal kids faster. So again, your contribution doesn't just affect that child. It affects their family members. It affects the healthcare professionals that work with them, that are trying to get them better as fast as possible. It makes their job easier, and I'm sure that it has a really awesome uplifting effect on their mental health, because it's hard. Working in that industry is very difficult, seeing people in pain, particularly children. I feel like people who work in healthcare, in pediatric healthcare, it takes a special kind of person to be able to be there for someone else's child. Even if it's someone else's child, it doesn't matter. It's very hard to see children suffering, and yet they do it. They show up to work and they do their jobs, and they take as good of care. They take care of these children, sometimes like they're their own. Very special kind of person, and it's rough. You see some of these doctors talk about losing a patient. We're human, and even though we can have a professional approach to what we're doing and everything, and have professional sense of responsibility and ethics and all of that, there's going to be that kid every once in a while who you feel like you just have this really special connection with, and you can tell some of them will talk about a patient like that not making it, and that it really deeply affects them. So this stuff helps those kids get better and get better faster, and that's what the doctors want, right? If they're in it for the right reasons, what they want is a healthy child, and as quickly as is humanly possible, but with a successful long-term outcome. And when we did Stand Up to Cancer and watch those videos with folks talking about the impact that they're able to make with these revolutionary treatments that take less time, that are less invasive, that are that don't prevent people from being able to have future pregnancies. The story about the woman who was able to make use of an alternate course of treatment that meant that she could still have kids, and how important that was to her, that she'd already had a child with her partner, but they had planned on more. And if she had gone the traditional route of treatment for her cancer, it would have rendered her probably infertile. And that she was prepared to do that if she had to, but then they offered her an alternative. And it was through the generosity of other people that those researchers and health professionals were able to come up with a treatment that is extremely effective and way less invasive, and does not impact that person's quality of life following their treatment. Because we don't just want people to get better, we want them to stay better and to have healthy lives, rewarding and fulfilling lives. Kids and animals will always have your heart. Yeah. The fundraisers we do are often centered on children, and it is hard for me to remain stoic about them because I have kids of my own. But especially Starlight is, again, so meaningful to me because of my own history, and that's why I keep doing it, even though sometimes it's hard. It can be hard to talk about that story. Honestly, the hardest thing for me thinking about this and my experience with the hospital as a kid is thinking about my parents and having empathy now for them as a fellow parent, and how hard it must have been for them, and how it would have been a lot easier for them if they saw me having fun and enjoying myself as much as I would have if something like Starlight had existed then. And I do share that story about the nurse on purpose as well, because even though I didn't have access to the stuff that Starlight brings, I still had a person who had the same desire to see me happy and to help me. So, and that was huge. It was very important. Those are the things I remember about that experience. Thank you guys for being here for this monumental, awesome moment. Seriously. Getting to celebrate with you is definitely a highlight for me when we're doing this. Thank you so much. I could do fundraisers offline. I could do them all kinds of ways. And many people do choose to do it that way. I understand completely. There is something to be said for doing good for other people anonymously, right? That means you're doing it simply because you want to help or whatever. But I think that it's important to remember that when we, as people who already put ourselves in the public eye, decide that we're going to do something like this, it is one of the many ways that we can lead by example. And we can show other people, hey, with your platform comes, with great power, it's very true. And even if you think, well, I'm insignificant, I'm just this one tiny, no, it's not true. It's not true. You have the power to do good for other people and to encourage others to do the same. So to those of you that have also decided to do this kind of stuff because I pestered you or I just inspired you, yes, it is very impactful. And that also brings me a sense of like, I am doing this for the right reasons. If other people say, yeah, I would love to be involved. And again, when I shared how I was feeling the other night, it was no way meant to diminish what we've done here at all. It was because I put a lot of pressure on myself to do the best that I possibly can for these kids. If you're a streamer and you raise $5 for charity, that's $5 they didn't have before your stream. And we also have friends like Pix, right? Pix did not run his own campaign, but he did some really awesome stuff to help other people and to participate and to be part of their fundraising. And there's no Pix_Stitch campaign total, but he's part of both of their success stories and more than theirs, also ours, because he helped me with the cross-stitch project from a previous campaign. That means he's part of it. So there's lots of ways that you can make a difference that don't always have to do with, putting yourself in the limelight, in the spotlight. And I encourage any of you out there thinking like, well, I don't know if I would be comfortable doing this kind of thing online. I want to help. I'd love to run a fundraiser, but I'm not sure if I would want to stream or anything like that. Look into how you can help locally. There's always ways to help locally, and it does. Again, it makes a difference. There's a ripple of positivity that comes from that cannot be, there is no monetary value for it. Just do the thing. Maybe there's somewhere locally that is looking for volunteers who have skills that you personally happen to possess, and you can put them to really great use helping other people. Amish, look how close we are to unmodding Miro for a week. I mean, technically it's going to happen, but it'd be really cool if we got to say that we made it happen before we even get our auction stuff in there. Yup. We are unmodding Miro for a week at that total, and then if we hit that, I'll open up. All right. I've been avoiding showing this on the screen because I don't want to encourage it, but it's for the babies. This thing has been sitting in here just waiting to be released. Y'all have clamored for it. If we hit our all-time high single campaign total raised record, of 6969.70, because it'll have to be a penny over at least, right? If we manage somehow over the next 24 hours and change, right? 36 hours basically, to hit 6969.70, I will have to release the fanny pack. And I won't just have to release it. I will be giving away 2 fanny packs to chat and purchasing one for myself that I have to wear in combination with the Psyduck onesie to walk a 5K in public. I'll probably just do a virtual 5K. Release, or will it escape? We will unmod Miro. We got Captain Starlighted, Amish, and chat took no prisoners and completed the match that Captain Starlight offered us today in, I don't know, less than 15 minutes. Maybe. Who are you collabing with last night? I came in and you were geeking out over all the cosmetics in Fortnite. Did you even play? How far did you get? And did you enjoy Lego Fortnite? Oh, your title must have been incorrect then from collabing with Pix. No one told you, huh? I should have said something. Your total said collab. Or I mean your title. And I was gonna ask, who are you collabing with tonight? I was gonna be like, dang, it's just like a cavalcade of amazing streamers over here on your channel. But Amish also has had from Peach from Hype Challenge, and it's awesome that you're getting that because they're not doing it for charity like they were doing it for us before. So I almost considered asking the guild to postpone my front page to December, but it's okay. It was great. I enjoyed my month of front page feature through the Women's Guild for November, but it is perfectly okay that it's other people's turn now. You're glad that it worked out the way it did for sure, yeah. And we got the front page thing for St. Jude, and we got a huge donation for St. Jude. Huge. $5,000.
Undisputed
Hi, Emerald.
Revelry pattern queen of Twitch. Burning
This
Emerald
will be available for purchasing and gifting. I will give away 2 of them. Okay? This abomination. Look, it's got the thing all over it. Okay? It has the thing that you just love this. You love it. Maybe I will even offer to design another merch item with this ridiculous face on it if we hit the 6969.70. But right now we're still working on 5555.55. Technically speaking, we have hit it, yes. But I won't raise our goal until, I mean, I could just raise it because we've already hit it with the auctions. I don't know. What do you guys think? This would match your pillow perfectly. God. And I just because this is a merch item and purchases of it will support me, that is why I'm giving 2 of them away and promising I will purchase one for myself. Obviously, I can order it at cost, but I'm doing that because I want to incentivize you guys, but this isn't about me profiting, right? It is because I hate this thing. And you love to see us suffer. So I will release it. Limited release. And then maybe I will only we could do giveaways of it for charity stuff. I don't know. Maybe it should just be a charity thing. That might be the thing. Maybe I don't release it. Maybe I just give them away and only for charity. because, you know, there's an ethical concern there for me. I don't want to tie things that I can profit from. Oh, or I could just make it the price at cost, and then I'm not receiving a profit from it. Yeah, and then you won't have extra incentive to buy it. Yeah. Release the fanny pack. Or we could donate the proceeds. We could donate the profits from this particular item to a charitable cause. That might be the way to go. What do you guys think of that idea? You're awful quiet, which is okay. That's what I think we should do. I'll leave the price as is. I might even actually increase it a tiny bit to just even $40, and even $40. And we will donate any proceeds from this particular... We're plotting? Oh my God. All right. Who does not have a sticky on my desk yet? Moving right along. Oh, I need to, before I forget, I need to take that reward out of the campaign because I don't have a money cannon anymore. We just used it. So let me real quickly here go into rewards and disable tiny money confetti cannon. Got it. Done. That way nobody can be like, oh, but I did a $500 dono. Where's my money cannon? We're all out. Sorry, sold out. You can still do $500, and I will go buy one another time. I guess I should order some more. That might be smart. RC Maniac, thank you. RC Maniac, I don't have green. I think the theme is usually green. RC Maniac, Dee Dee. Who else? Yeah, DD85. These stickies go on. I've been putting them on my shirt, but I'm out of Scotch tape, so they won't really stick to my shirt because these are not sticky enough. And then I need to eat black licorice because Ian is like that. Bex. Okay, paging, RC Maniac, Bex and MT. Who else has Captain Starlight visited? Have any other teammates had a visit from Captain Starlight? Lick them and stick them to your forehead. I even ate 2 pieces for you since there was a donation match, Ian. You're just trying to help me get rid of it quicker. Not yet, but you won't stream again until tomorrow. When is your... What slot do you have for Create-a-thon, kittens? And thank you for the advice about the Burnett's. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to talk to Tony and find out if she has a referral link. Friday afternoon. Okay, we're Thursday, and I've got some complications if I want to try to stay on to help out since we had somebody who regrettably had a conflict. Yeah, but that'll be afternoon for me. It's afternoon somewhere. Really, Puffles? Who? Did I tell you guys that I got a troll donation to make it exactly $4,000? That said, in honor of Twitch's #1 Fortnite streamer. So I'm pretty sure I know who it is. And it's very kind of them, and they did not need to do that, but it's very much appreciated, and it's for the babies. And I'm like, yeah. Yep, that's me. All right. In the middle of all of that insanity, my husband was texting me about something important, and I need to get back to him. So I'm going to take a quick BRB. We haven't even done show and tell yet. Dee Dee, did you say what color you want for a sticky? You get to pick. Dee Dee, Bex, and RC. If they're not still in here and active in chat, I can just pick for them. It's no biggie. I like to give people a choice, though. Either is fine. Dee Dee, thank you so much. I really appreciate the heck out of everybody just being in here, you know? But it really means a lot to me when you guys say, yeah, we'll help. You need some help? I'll help. You know, they say everybody has a different love language, right? When somebody does something for me that takes a task off my to-do list and I don't have to think about it anymore and I didn't even have to ask them, they just saw what needed to be done. And I think this comes a little bit of restaurant work, of so many years of restaurant work. And constantly having to prioritize, reprioritize in your own mind about what you need to do. And then also to constantly communicate the needs you have for assistance by constantly asking the kitchen for things, asking the busters for things, asking the food runner for things, asking the bartender for things. When I had coworkers who would just do it, who would see that my table needed clearing and they would just do it for me because they could see I needed help. Oh, I would be so relieved and so happy. I would be like, you care. You care. You want my life to be easier. You want my guests to be happy. You want the restaurant to be successful. And you just did the thing. And I didn't have to stop to ask you. I didn't have to come up with some way that someone could help me. I'm swamped. And you took even having to think about what I need off of my to-do list. Thank you. I would be like, those were the people who I would be going out of my way to help extra all the time. I'd be like, you get it. You understand. You know that I am so smacked right now. I'm so swamped. In the weeds is what we call it in restaurants. That I'm so weeded right now that I can't even express what I need to another human being. I cannot verbalize me. And that's one thing I would teach people when they were brand new to restaurants. I would be like, it's really hard when you're super busy. Just spit the first thing out that you think of. Don't sit there trying to figure out which is the best thing for somebody to do for you. Just give them a thing. Just go, oh yeah, I needed to clear that table. Just tell them the first thing that comes to mind and get it out of your mouth because you're going to struggle with that when you're super busy. So just say it. Just say something. Just come up with something they can do for you. Water. Everyone needs water. You know, like it's a really hard part of restaurant work that I think a lot of places don't train you to deal with. Is how to ask for help effectively, how to make use of the help you have effectively, and not to try to do everything yourself. Which I learned the hard way a few times. No, it's fine. I got it. Just give me another table. You know, because there's some like ego thing there where you're like, yeah, I can handle like 8 tables. I can handle like 10 tables. Give it to me. Give me another table. And then you realize that the mistakes were made. It was then that she knew. RC we got already, didn't we? No. RC Maniac. This is for RC Maniac, who helped push us over, helped the complete the match. And Bex, whose favorite color is also orange. And so I'm going to do yellow since that's the closest. And thank you, Karen, for the biddies, for the dance, for the celebrating. I really appreciate it. I knew there was an underscore. I just couldn't remember which words it was in between. Bex, who has done a lot for our charities. Okay. Excellent. And you know, you guys just being here, it really helps, honestly. Yay! No, quit curling up. These ones like to curl up. Waters Karen. Oh, really? I love you, friend. Your support really means a lot to me. I was looking at mine. For my viewer, I'm only modding 3 channels. I thought it was modding more channels than that. Oh, I did get the badge. Is Amish still in here? Amish was my most watched channel. We think you'd like this clip. Tiltify Typo makes Ian a hero from Amish's channel. So funny. Wow. Top stream reached 4.53K viewers. 732.8 thousand chats sent in our channel. Just 9 Amish and D&D streamers. Yours was Ferret Software. Interesting. I assume Ferret streams software development. What kind of software? Is this everybody? I need to double check. Donations. Seriously, thank you so much, everybody. So incredible, and to be able to complete that so quickly. Arts and crafts delivery courtesy of RC Maniac. Oh, you know what we didn't do for Dee Dee? Here, you get pink yarn balls too, Dee Dee. Yours was Mike Puffles, yeah. It's time for yearly stats for Twitch. Yep, that's what we were just talking about. Yeet's impact, yeah. Hey, Liz, what's going on? How's the pupper? Ollie is eating on his own. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy. Oh, I'm really happy. That's such a relief to hear. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for your mom and her pup. And I was happy to help in any way that I could. I didn't even do that much. However, I didn't want your stinking discount. A nonprofit ferret rescue run by Pirate Software, a game developer. That is so cute. What a lovely idea. I love you, Dee. There you go. Those will stay up. I'm really happy. That's awesome news. Thank you for coming in and sharing the news that the pup is doing okay. I was very worried because, you know, when you have pets, Robot Wizard. We did do Robot Wizard. Woof. I was like, wait, what? Lunar Wolf, Stelliot, you're not on here. I knew we were missing somebody. Stelliot, your name is not here, and you did $50, which turned into $100 courtesy of Captain Starlight. What color would you like for a Christmas light sticky on my desk? I was putting them on my shirt before, but they won't stay without tape, and I'm out of tape. It was that mystery illness that's going around. What kind of illness, though? Is it respiratory? I'm curious, because, like, our dogs don't have... Blue, you got it. Our dogs don't have a lot of contact with other dogs. Is it some sort of... Is it, like, a communicable thing? Very contagious. So it's probably like ripping through like doggy daycares and stuff like that, huh? That's really too bad. Some kind of viral thing. That is too bad. I'm really sorry to hear that. Kind of makes me glad we live in like a little bit more of like a rural area. You've been terrified to take your dog out places because of this illness. It's respiratory, so you'd have to come in contact with other sick dogs. It starts as a cough and quickly changes to pneumonia, especially if it's a 1 to 2 year old pup. Gracious. You know, it's not like I have count them, 2 puppies under the age of a year in the house. Jesus. And an older dog, and I'm sure that's not good for older dogs either. Basically, you were told that your mom caught it and went just in time. I'm really glad everything turned out okay. We had... one dono. Stelliot, which color did you say you wanted for the ornament? Did you say the greenish color? I'm sorry to have to ask you again. I need to do something for myself to remember. What's up, Toya? How you doing? Steak in the dryer. Pank steak in the dryer. We got a Pank yarn ball on the screen, Toya, just for you. Well, for you and Dee Dee. Dee's favorite color is pink. Pank. I'm sorry, Pank. I hope you're doing well today, friend. Stelliot, if you would remind me what color you said. Here, you know what? You probably typed it in chat and I can just pull up your card. 1 second. You don't need to say. I can do it. Green. I got it. Thank you. Get out of here. Okay, I will. Bye-bye, Mike. Having a very Pank Monday. Well, you're going on vacation. I'm telling Miro in DMs. I think he's at work. I think he might be on the afternoon shift. I'm gonna wait till we hit the 5555.55. If we make it to that before tomorrow when the auction ends, that's wonderful. That's that much more help for the kids. So, you know, please consider donating to Starlight. Hi, Astro. I'm so excited, you guys. We get to hang out with Astro tonight. How you doing, friend? We're gonna teach Astro to crochet tonight. Whenever I can get on after I get home. Are you ready? That's going to be chaos. And we do have one simple limited time incentive for charity. So if you want to save your goblin-y energy for later tonight, I actually need to make a graphic for it. Maybe I should do that now with what time I have left today. So I may or may not have set up a thing through GiftBot. Kittens was in here earlier. GiftBot has a feature, and that feature is called Countdown, and it's a timer, and you can set this up so that Tiltify donations increase, decrease, speed the timer up, slow the timer down. And I may or may not have set up some very specific that will have to be exact donation amounts. For us to have to speak a second language to each other while I'm trying to teach him. So I will have to speak Spanish and Tom will have to try to speak French. I will have to try to speak only in Spanish, and Tom will have to try to speak only in French when the timer is counting down. I'm thinking about increasing the pricing for it though, Tom. I think I may have made it too achievable. I'm thinking about doubling the amount they need to trigger these, but it will be very specific. Very specific. Multi-fart goal challenges can be fun. A full conversation in 2 different languages are stunning to watch. Christy, how are you? It's lovely to see you. I'm sorry I haven't said hi to you yet. You just waving at me. Hi, I'm here. Bad streamer. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And we're gonna teach Astro. Hopefully we're gonna get Astro, if not completely done with the little Santa sack. I thought we would do that one. It is a pretty simple project. Does that work for you, Tom? Oh, we talked about you have the other Woobles kits where you would not have to do the magic ring. It's entirely up to you. If you want me to show you how to do magic ring, we can try. I appreciate you, Christy, so much. Thank you. Lurks are very appreciated, particularly when we're doing charity, but always. Let's dive into the deep end. All right. So you want to have to learn how to make a magic ring, I take it. I think you can do it. I'm not worried. Tom has done cross stitch. It's not like this will be the first time he's ever touched any kind of fiber art. He does Lego all the time. I'm sure you have enough dexterity and everything to do it. It's just, it can be a bit confusing. Here, I'll do an example. I'll demonstrate how you do magic ring for anyone who is learning crochet that has struggled with it. So the thing I usually do is and there are different ways to do it. I take the yarn and I wrap it around my hand like this. I come back around the other way, and then I make an X where the working yarn that's coming from the ball goes over here and is to the left. And I'm right-handed, so, you know, bear that in mind. To the left of the tail, which is coming down underneath, and I keep that tucked away like this. And then I take my crochet hook, right? And I go underneath of the first one that's closest to my right hand. And then I go on top of the one that is on the left. And then I pull that underneath and I twist it around so that I end up with a loop, right? Like this. Okay, so again, you have working yarn feeding to your ball of yarn over and going to the left. Yikes. Just wrap it again. And then you have the tail is actually here, right there. This is the tail, this part. So you go under the tail, what's leading to the tail, you go over and pull up like this, and you turn your hand over at the same time. You can pull your fingers out of there. Now you have, basically you have a slip knot, right? And then you're just gonna hold on to this. You're gonna grab this yarn the way you would to hold it. And you're gonna go ahead and keep this loop around your hook, tighten it up a little bit, and then you're gonna do a chain stitch. So you're just gonna grab that working yarn, wrap it around your hook, and pull it through that loop that you've made into the ring. Now you've got one chain stitch. You have one chain stitch, and you have this right here that can be pulled to cinch it. So now, when you do the rest of the ring, all you're doing is treating this like it is the top of a stitch and going in there, pulling up a stitch, or pulling up a loop, and now you have two loops on your hook like you do when you make a single crochet. You yarn over and pull through the two loops. You do it again. You go into the ring, pull up a loop from your working yarn, you wrap around once, and then pull through. And then you're impact and you say, oh, are you trying to watch somebody doing something? Allow me to cover the screen up with a channel points routine. Thankfully, it doesn't last very long. Into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. Yeah, this is not that difficult if you have someone show it to you patiently and slowly. If you're watching a video and they're going too fast or they don't explain each step individually like that, it can be difficult for some people. So you do however many you need to do in there. In this case, I'm just going to do 6 for this example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You grab the tail and you hold on to this and you pull, and that little loop cinches up and pulls all of your stitches into a nice little circle. When you go to connect the first stitch that you made to the last one, there are 2 choices. Most amigurumi, you're going to go ahead and insert your hook into the first stitch right here, and you're just going to pull. You're just going to pull another loop up and treat this just like a stitch and just start going around in a spiral. Some patterns, particularly things like hats, will ask you to do what's called a slip stitch. You will insert your hook into that first stitch that you made in the magic circle, pull a loop through, and then just go right ahead and pull that through the top loop of your last stitch. This is called joining the round with a slip stitch instead of working in a spiral in the round. Spirals in the round are very popular in amigurumi. It's not unheard of for an ami to have a slip stitch and then you chain up and then start a whole separate round. But most of them are worked in spirals. Christy, I don't have problems with tension holding my yarn like that, but everybody's different. Thank you, Stellia, for the lurk and for your donation to Starlight and for hanging out in chat. I really appreciate it. It's not... Obviously, I'm going to have an easier time with the part where... So this is not difficult, right? We do this, I can show you this, and you can grasp that you're supposed to go under here, and then through here, and then, you know, make that. But, so what's hard, I think, for a lot of people is figuring out a way to hold the working yarn, and then also to be able to hold this, right? So that you can, you know, do the yarn over, pull the loop through. There is a bit of, like, coordination here with grasping the loop and also having your tension. So you do have to have the tension, and then be able to also simultaneously grasp and hold this still so that you can work into it. I think that's probably one of the main challenges people have, is that it's like, oh, wait, I got to hold this here, but I also have to hold this. So you just kind of have to anchor the loop down with the remaining fingers and have this. And some people do wrap around the pinky and then just go like this. Some people wrap around the pinky and then go through all the fingers. Some people only wrap around their index finger. It is entirely up to you. Whatever works for you. If you try something and it's really not working, you like really give it a good solid, you know, try, and it's still not working, and it's still not working, and it's still not working. You can try holding it a different way. Yeah, I mean, it could be. It's hard because, you know, you don't think about that. And this is also, this is how I start a chain, is I just wrap it around my thumb like that, and then I just go through here, and then I can just pull that off. Instead of, you know, and it doesn't matter. Obviously, it doesn't matter. It's the same. You get the same result. But a lot of people will sit and they'll, you know, they go like this, and they do that, and they put this through here, and then, you know, they're pulling this through there, and then you go like this, and now you can put your hook in there and go like that. And there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. But I figured out you could go like this and go through there, just kind of almost exactly like you do for a magic ring, but you don't need as big of a hole, right? It's basically the same thing. If you forget that you need to do a chain and you do this and you go through here like this and you go, oh, wait, that's right, I don't need to do a chain. You really are just creating a slip knot. You're just not completing it, and you're working more stitches into it before you tighten. Some people do more than one. They do like 2. There's another way to do magic circle. Like you wouldn't want to do this if you just need a slip knot. No, you're just, yeah. Plaid pandas, you're just used to tight tension and gauge. But it is true. Like I'll realize sometimes that I'm sitting here, like you said, if I've made an Ami, you're a slip knot. I'm from I'm from Oregon, but I used to live in the same state as the band. It's like you're sitting here and you're like doing this, like, you know, I'm working with a 5.5, so it's not going to be too tight. And then you know, you'll realize, oh shoot, this is a starting chain, and I've made these stitches so tight that it's going to be like really hard to get them in there. And I don't even do that a lot of times for starting chains anymore. I do what's called long tail foundation chain. So I start way in the middle here. Like you have to try to figure out how much of a tail you need. And then you wrap over from the front to the back with the tail. And then you yarn over with the working yarn, and you pull through both loops like that. This is so much better for starting chains. It doesn't cinch up as much. And then, so, you know, you do this for however long you need to, right? You're like, okay, I need a 21-inch long starting chain for 9's headband with a twist pattern. So you know, you can just keep going like this, and then you can chain up one, and now you have your first, almost have like a half of a row done. And then you can go into this, and it's so much easier and looks so much nicer and doesn't cinch up, or it can curl a bit. But sometimes when you're working back into a starting chain, it just turns into like this spiral. You almost got your giant to learn how to crochet once he found out a slip knot was involved. But then he found out it wasn't the band and you lost him. Oh my God. We have ads coming, and I still haven't looked at those messages from my husband in any kind of real significant way. So we'll do show and tell directly after this ad break. Ads are actually running right now. I will be right back. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope that was educational for somebody.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? You got to pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Pump it up.
Please. I am 9.5, and I'm called that because I'm that close to perfect.
I'm tying knots without looking. What? That's what everyone thinks. It's actually because I'm missing half a digit.
Oh, buddy. Oh, God. Okay, Ramona, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. A little bit more.
Clip this.
Welcome to the Procrastination Station, helping you not get your ish done. Since 1979.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, I'm merely the canvas.
Oh my goodness, you look so gorgeous. No, they're ewy. They're ewy. I don't like them. Mommy,
Whoa!
Mommy, I wonder if I like
Get
them.
some milk for you if it's too hot.
Oh my God. Hey, dude, I like spicy stuff.
You like it? You're gonna have a yucky face.
Hell. I'm sorry, I'm woefully, no, I haven't, woefully undereducated. Oh my God, she just smeared her hand that has like pumpkin pie filling all over my face. You're a mess. I break your stream. She says, I break your stream. It's you, you're a witch, dude. Fully chaotic evil. For people like me, I'm super social. I love people. I have absolutely no trouble going out trying to make new friends. I'm a little bit of a dweeb. There's some people who definitely just don't get me. They're like, what is the deal with that chick? She is crazy loud. And what is this she's talking about? 360 no-scoping some kid. What even is that? It's courtesy of our $500 milestone. Oh my God!
What? What?
You complete me. I love you.
Yeah! You're taking the computer. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Everything is right. Oh my God! Thank you,
What's going on?
Anonymous. Someone just donated $200 to St. Jude. We're at $1,002. You guys get to smash me in the face with it.
Oops, she did it again. She forgot to unmute. Got
I was
lost
saying
in
hi,
the game. Oh, baby.
Science. And thanking Karen for shouting Science out and telling Science, telling Balint, you don't have to shout me out all the time. I see you. I see you in my activity feed shouting me out all over the place. I appreciate you. I do appreciate it. We got visited by Captain Starlight. Did anybody clip it? You tried, but it wouldn't let you? Oh no. I think you were one of my most watched streams, Balint, on my recap. Yep. Amish was number 1, Mokos were number 2, and Science was number 3. Chimera and Astro. In order of most watched, Amish, Moko, Science, Chimera, Astro. It's hard because, like, there's some people like Karen who can only stream once a week. Right? So, like, you know, you're not going to be on a lot of our things, even though we would try our best to be at every single one of your streams. So that doesn't mean that there aren't people who, you know, I wonder, it'd be interesting to see, like, statistics about, like, what percentage of a particular streamer's broadcasts did you watch? You know what I mean? I was your number 2 watched, but 3 of my emotes were in your top 5. Oh my. I don't even know. It's hard because I post as myself through one of my bots, so I think my emote stuff might be a bit skewed. They're all... It's because my bot posts as me. Okay? It's not because I'm like, I love all my own emotes. I do love my emotes. But I actually use other people's mostly when I'm in other people's chats, and I use their emotes a lot elsewhere as well. Like I use the Moko Made Flex one a lot. I was your number 5, and that was your top used emote at over 1,000. Wow, Ian. You're so glad you joined the stream with me and Jang. You haven't been in the crafting community in a long time. It's so nice to find new friends. Oh, awesome. Pandas, we have a really lovely collection of fantastic people here who are fellow broadcasters, and it makes my heart happy to see you all supporting each other, so. It really does. It's hard because, you know, there is some etiquette around some stuff. One of the two hard things for me, and some of this is, you know, it's my stuff to work on really, but that was my mom commenting on a photo I sent her yesterday. She's like, "Oh, I just saw this." But it's just generally considered rude to mention that you're leaving to stream. Obviously rude to ask someone to raid you or to shout you out, particularly when you're brand new to a community. Another one that's a little hard for me is when people come in and mention something really exciting is going on elsewhere. DM me. I know that I shouldn't worry about this sort of thing, but it kind of feels like you're saying, like, this is not very interesting. There's something fun and cool going on over here. Yeah, whatever she's doing, but hey, over here, you know, like, and the way I try to analogize it is like you went into a concert and you held up a sign that said, "I or my friend are playing music down the hallway. Would you like to come see our stuff instead?" You know, you would never do such a thing, right? You would never go to a concert, stand up in the middle of it, and be like, yeah, this is cool, but over here. So, you know, it's hard because I don't want to be super strict about talking about streaming. I really don't. Because I love supporting people, and I realize that it's like an important part of a lot of other people's lives, and I'm not like worried that, you know, even the slightest mention of someone else's streaming is going to like ruin my channel and no one will want to come watch anymore or anything like that. But then you also can't help but wonder when people come in and they talk almost exclusively about their own content creation, whether that's the only reason why they're there. And I encourage you don't support people because you think there's something in it for you, because there will be no longevity to it. Not for you, and they'll catch on eventually and they'll feel used. And that's not a good feeling. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have people who would come into restaurants all the time, Plaid Pandas, and who would be like, yeah, this is pretty good, but we've had better at this place. And I'd be like, that's cool. And it didn't really bother me a lot of the time. But it is kind of rude because you're basically saying like, oh, your kitchen just isn't as good. And they're working really hard. So yeah, or they would complain about the food not being like another place, or it's too high priced or whatever. And yeah, that you know, I wasn't allowed to say that, unfortunately, Nitro, but I would want to be like, well, then why aren't you there right now? We want your business, but you know, you don't need to go out of your way to like insult the hard work they're doing in our kitchen. Particularly when I worked in places where I really loved the food and believed in it. It would be hard sometimes for me not to respond snarkily and be like, oh, really? When we were closing, so the place I worked at before the pandemic, our owner actually announced that we were closing 6 weeks before New Year's. And when this news hit all of the local news outlets and all of the food blogs and, you know, Eater and all that, our business blew up by like 500%. Every single night of the week was like New Year's Eve or like a busy weekend night, because everyone wanted to try to come in and get a table before we closed, right? And our reservations filled up like insane, you know, waiting lists every night, etc. And people would come in and it was just a barrage of questions every single night. It was, I can't believe you're closing. Where will we get a pimento double cheeseburger? I'm so sad. I love your bread. It's busy in here right now. Why are you closing? And I'd be like, when was the last time you came in before you found out we were closing? And I would ask it nicely, but I'd be like, can you answer me a question? When's the last time you were here before we announced we were closing? And they'd be like, oh, it's probably been a couple of years. And I'd be like, that's why we're closing. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. There's too many choices in Portland. This is in Portland, Oregon. Too many choices in Portland. You can go to a really nice, awesome, very cool, very hip, brand spanking new restaurant every night of the week for months. and you wouldn't exhaust all of the options here. So, understandably so, there's a barrage of choices for you. But if you don't come support the places you really love on a regular basis, then sometimes the owners just decide it's not worth it anymore. The restaurant business is very hard. The margins are very thin, razor thin sometimes. And I think our boss just decided he didn't want to run 3 restaurants anymore. And he didn't want to hand over the reins to somebody else and have them mess up his concept and take his brand and ruin it, which I totally understand. Yeah, well, they want you to perceive that if you give them some kind of discount that they will patronize you more or something. They think you're going to go, oh, wow, really? Well, we'll match their price. You know, it's like, fine, go support that other business then, I guess. Yeah, right, exactly. And I to the people who were our diehard regulars, I allowed them all the space they wanted to bemoan the fact that we were closing. And then we also had people who were not diehard regulars, but who did make a point of coming in, but also did not go on and on about it to their whole meal, but did the right thing and let me do my job and take good care of them. And at the very end of their meal would stop me and say, hey, we just want you to know, since this will probably be the last time we eat here, we've really enjoyed this place. You've been our server. A couple people did this. You've been our server a few times in the past when we've been here. You've always taken great care of us. We really hope that you find something else wonderful. We wish the best for you. Thank you for your amazing service over the years. Briefly, very sweet, very genuine, not trying to drag me into some conversation about the why and the this and the that and what they read in the article. I'd be like, you know what? When people would be like, how come you're closing? I'd be like, where'd you hear about it? They'd be like, oh, the Oregonian. I'd be like, yep. Everything that was in that article you read on the Oregonian, I don't have any insider info for you beyond that. I'm really sorry. The explanation is there. Ken just decided it was time to close. That's it. There is no backstory. There is no gossip. There is no mysterious reason. It's not aliens. I don't know what to tell you. Now I got to go take orders for the 4 tables I just got sat because everybody wants to come in here now that we're closing. And I'm happy for the extra income, but having to stop and explain our closing at every single table was so tedious. And I tried to be nice. I really tried, you know? Yeah, but we had the people who were really awesome. Classy is definitely a good word for it, pandas. Who were very classy, who had made family memories with us. And so even though they weren't the diehard regulars or whatever, they would stop us and tell us that this was their relative who had passed their favorite place and they had to come in one more time because that was their dad's favorite place and he passed last year or whatever. Like really touching stories. But again, they did not take up a whole bunch of our time and want to commiserate and want to like get weepy with us at the, table side. I'm like, I'm all about the emotional connection we can make with people, right? You guys know this about me. But when I'm super busy and I'm trying to take care of a whole like huge section full of people, it's just not appropriate. It's like, it's really hard. Guess who got her sticker sheet? You, Jenna. But the people who came in and were like, we're ready to party because you guys are closing. Oh man, those were my favorites. We're ready to party. We're going to do it up. There were a couple tables. This is the most awesome thing. If you go to a really nice place, I'm going to give you a tip. If you're the type of person who has no food restrictions, even if you do, you could tell them this. Hey, we're pescatarian and we love this place. Knowing that, will you just order for us if you have the budget for it? Will you just order for us? And you could even give us an estimate for how much money you're willing to spend. Hey, what if we had a budget of like $150 for the 2 of us for food and wine? Do you want to just order for us? Oh my God, that's so much fun. If your server is like a really good, like professional food industry person and you give them the freedom to choose for you, oh, it's so awesome. I've had big groups do that and be like, just order for us. And I'd be like, are you kidding me? And they're like, yeah, no, just do it up. Just bring us whatever you think we should have. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so excited right now. I get to create a menu for you? Heck yeah. And I would run to the kitchen and I'd be like, chef. And chef would be like, what? I'd be like, I get to order for table 12. They just said order for them. What are we going to do, chef? I like run to the kitchen and be like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait to do this. You've done that at a few sushi. Oh, do it at your feet. Yes, Dragon Reach. If you have the freedom financially to do something like that, do it. I'm at least once in your life. Pick a place where everything you've tried is pretty good and their menu changes, rotates frequently. And like you haven't been there in a minute. Maybe you're celebrating something special. Maybe you're not. And just go, hey, we want you to order for us. Especially if you have a server who you've had service from before, who you think seems like they are good at their job and you have like a rapport, because they're going to know you. So like if you're a regular at a place and they have great food and you can't decide, let them pick for you. They know the menu. If it's a nice place, they are professionals. They know what that menu is all about. And they're going to pick a bunch of stuff that works well together for you too, if they're good at their job, you know, because that's part of it. You know, the whole thing of what do you recommend? What do you recommend is hard. I would be like, you need to give me more info, especially if it's someone I've never waited on before. You need to give me more info. Do you have any food allergies or restrictions? You know, do you observe any kind of a religious diet? Like, do you avoid pork or shellfish? Do you hate anise and any licorice or fennel flavors? Are you really not fond of anything that's too high acid? You know, do you not really prefer like cream sauces? If I don't know any of that stuff and I pick something for you and you're not fond of it, it's not really my fault. So they'd be like, how's this dish? And I'd be like, it's really good. Are you a fan of braised beef? You know, do you like braised beef? Is that something you want? Tell me what you like and I'll help you pick. I need something to go on. Wine was really hard for that one. What wine would you recommend with this food? I'd be like, nope, back it up. What do you drink at home? And they'd be like, oh, just cheap red. I'd be like, right, but what grapes? And they'd be like, oh, Cabernet. I'm like, you like dry red. You don't want a Lambrusco because that's going to be too sweet. Typically, there's such a thing as a dry Lambrusco, but you know, if you have a go-to red wine, then I'm going to ask you what that is, and then I can go from there and I can recommend something you've never tried. But I'm not going to go any direction. There's too many choices. It's impossible for me to know what's going to make you happy if I don't have some kind of information to go on. You're lucky in the respect that you used to travel a lot and you've at least tried a ton of different things. You had a group in Malaysia to try to find stuff that you wouldn't eat. Oh my gosh, that's really funny. I used to work with a bunch of students at Portland State who were from Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos. And they would come to school with like stuff from home after they came back from visits going home. And they would look at me and they'd be like, they wanted to offer it to me, but they knew that Americans don't like a lot of that stuff, like weird candies and things. And I'm like, it's not weird. It's just different from what we eat here. I'll try it. They'd be like, are you sure? I'm like, sure, why not? If I don't like it, that's okay. Same, Nitro. Servers matter to you. Your sister's an adult with special needs who you care for, and she's really chatty and emotional and cries at anything friendly. You always make sure it's the same server working and you go with money to tip, or you go during quiet times of the day so they can have fun with her. When we are not super busy, really good servers that truly desire to take care of people are perfectly okay with that. And it's not that we're not okay with it when we're busy. It's just really hard for us to give that extra attention. I always tried, even when we were busy, with one of my guests at the hotel restaurant that I worked at to make sure they felt like I was, this person was kind of, I think maybe might have had OCD, and they were very controlling about their ordering. And the first time I waited on them, I didn't quite understand their deal. And I think I was in the right to kind of establish, oh, cat.
Well, I know what makes me happy. Being part of this community, and seeing that I spent 412 hours here this year.
That's a lot of time. Thank you so much for your 36-month resub, but also thank you for spending time here. Right, pandas. And like when you have small children in tow, you have to make similar decisions, right? Or like if you need a quiet space to be able to have a conversation with somebody that's serious, but you have to do it in a public place, and a place is packed to the gills, I would have people come in on a busy Friday night and they would be like, we need a quiet table. And I would be like, I literally physically cannot do that for you. I am so sorry. There just is not an option that fits that description. They'd be like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't have a quiet table. We're packed. The place is full. Every single section is full. We have a wait list. There's no such thing as a quiet table in here tonight. And they'd be like, they'd look like I was being mean or, you know, like I'm not refusing you service. I'm being realistic. I'm portraying the situation accurately. I'm giving you the facts so that you can decide if you want to stay here or not. Because I want your business, but I don't want you to be unhappy and to complain that you asked for a quiet table and I didn't accommodate your request because I cannot. You'll give me one guess how many subs you gifted this year across all of Twitch? Wait, I think I might know the answer. You're glad that you mostly have reservations where you work, so walk-ins can rarely get a table. And a lot of people write in their reservation notice if they need anything specific, which is awesome. That's good communication. When I took reservations over the phone, I would ask for a lot of extra info. People would be like, wow, you're really thorough. I'd be like, this saves a lot of time later. Taking extra time now while I'm taking your reservation makes the future much, much better. Nitro! I thought you were going to say this was the only channel you'd ever done it in or something like that. I was going to be like, wait, what? 68? You were this close. So close, Nitro. I mean, they're doing it halfway through December, so technically all these numbers do not represent the entirety of the year unless they're counting from whatever time they tabulated them last year. Hi, Pinks. I'm good. We're good. Everybody's good for the most part. You know, the holidays are so hard because it's a lot of fun and a lot of excitement and a lot of good stuff, but it also can be kind of tough. Hey, I'm forgetting show and tell. We need to do it. We need to do show and tell. There's only one item in there, but we're going to do it real quickly because I try to do it at least once a day. Once a stream day, usually during the daytime stream. If I stream at night, I typically, unless somebody, you know, comes in and says, hey, I posted a show and tell. And then I'll look at it if I have time. But we try to do it at least once a stream day. So, oh, look at you, D. This is awesome. This is a project bag that Ella is hand sewing or has hand sewn. Very cool. Just need to add the drawstring. Awesome. Did I just accidentally remove my thumbs up? I did. It's okay though. Someone has a new Christmas bonnet. I'm not sure if we're happy about this. I can't tell. And we need to boop. Boop. She's indifferent. Ah. There's a font in Canva called Glacial Indifference. It's going to get even when you sleep. Yeah, that's kind of the look here. Very cute, though. You made this, I assume, for the kitty. So adorable. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Those pesky humans. Claire Bear, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. It's always lovely to see you. Not happy, not mad, just, okay, Mom. And yes, you did. It's very cute. Is it a pattern for babies, or is it one that's specifically designed for cats? Or did you just make it up? Maybe you just made it up. Maybe it's a DD original. Thank you for clipping, by the way. I saw that you clipped. Karen, thank you. And Kat, thank you again for 36 months. That's 3 whole hecking years. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. I don't want to gloss over that. 3 years is a long time. We have some people come in and they do some pretty massive number resub, but that's on the further end for sure. And the fact that you've been supporting this channel for that long means I guess I must be doing something right. Here. Hi, kittens. I'm sorry, I'm kind of having a moment. Oh!
Donation on behalf of Starlight's partners to bring holiday cheer to hospitalized children.
RC did the remaining 91.30 to complete the match. Thank you for clipping that, Karen. Tweeting the clip. Thank you for all the support for Starlight US leading up to this. Hoping to make it to our highest ever campaign total on Tiltify before the event ends tomorrow night. Thank you, Captain Starlight. And some blue and yellow heart. Anyone else automatically always hold the shift button when hitting enter because you're so used to having to do that to have returns in your messages on Discord? Just me? Yeah. I realized I was doing that one day. I was like, wait, I don't need to hold that down because I'm not typing a message that has multiple paragraphs on Discord. My kids asked for Discord. My 11-year-old tried to ask me for Discord. I was like, hello? Hi. You're not legally allowed to have that. He's like, why not? I'm like, you're not 13. You have to be. I mean, he has the maturity of a 13-year-old and then some for sure. It's not based on his maturity. It's based on safety. I'm like, no, you're not allowed to have that. He gets all offended. I can handle it. That's not the point. That's not the point. All right, tweeting that clip. Thank you, Karen, for making that clip. What is the team total at now? $50,155. You do it for work messaging, so it would probably carry over. Amazing that it's an exact amount, actually, all things considered. I've been a constant You heard your name and you were like, no, you're good. I really appreciate you being here, kittens. Thank you for that countdown timer thing that ties to Tiltify, because I couldn't find another way. And then I remembered, I was like, GiftBot has a countdown timer. I'm sure Kittens probably made it so you can. I'm going to abuse that tonight. So they can donate. Here, I'll tell you guys. They can donate $1 will add 10 seconds. I'm considering having the amount of time because I'm afraid you guys are going to really abuse this. And I have to speak Spanish. And my student, Tom, aka Astro Canuck, has to speak French while I'm trying to teach him to crochet. So $1, I think I'm gonna say $1 adds 5 seconds. I'm going to rethink this decision here. 5 seconds. Save. $1.01 removes 5 seconds from the timer. See, I should reverse that and make it slightly cheaper to remove, to encourage people to remove time from the time. It's fine. Save. So $1 adds 5 seconds. $1.01 removes 5 seconds. Adjustment value, yes. I'm not going to get into the speed up, slow down yet. I've never tried it before. Which one? French or Spanish? And then $5 will add 30 seconds. Because we can't do it in increments, so it will have to be exact donation amounts, which is fine. I'm sure I understand that would be difficult to do for Tiltify. It has to be exact donation amount. So $5.01 and 1 cent and 1 penny will remove 30 seconds. And then $10 will add 60 seconds. To the timer. And $10.01 will remove 60 seconds. Because you can't, so I have to make them different amounts. But I wanted them to be close together. So I was like, well, I'll just make them a difference of like 1 penny. $20 will add 2 minutes, 120 seconds. And 20.01 will remove 120 seconds. And I can actually show you guys on this scene that I've built for this. French. So I go in here and I say, yes, I want all of these things. I say general. I say save changes. Don't forget to save your changes. I say start timer. Right? And maybe I'll give everybody a lead time of like 1 minute when we first start or something. Or I guess not. So we would let the timer run down. You can't start the timer at 0, can you? So I'll have to make sure the timer's already run down when we start. But let's say, just for example, somebody said, oh, I want $20 for adding 120 seconds. I just pressed the button to simulate that, a test button to play it. Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna also want to add 5 seconds for $1, right? So that just added 5 seconds. Oh, another $5 for 30 seconds just came through. Ooh, that's covering that up. It goes away after a second. And then somebody else comes in and says, yeah, I'll throw another 120 seconds on that timer. And then somebody else says, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna spare them and take 120 seconds away. So then I just press the button for 20.01. So that's how it works. And then if I need to, for some reason, it does have controls in here to pause. So I can pause the timer if I need to. Right? Let's say we get a raid. Although I should just keep trying to speak Spanish then. But I could pause it for a second and be like, hello, raiders. I'm speaking Spanish right now. I will try to welcome you properly when I don't have to speak Spanish anymore. And then I could say, okay, so anyways, hi, thank you for raiding. Welcome in. That's what's happening right now. Start timer again. I guess I could also hide. Ooh, when I click hide timer, it doesn't stay hidden. Is there a way to keep it hidden? Maybe not. Time for you to head back to your studying, but you should be able to be here more from next year once you have properly dropped out. Dropped out? Dropping out? Hey, look, you need to make the decision that's right for you. I dropped out once and I went back and I finished. So I hope that either that's temporary or what you mean is that you're graduating or whatever. But you got to do what's right for you. So this will be our screen to stream with Astro, and that's why I turned off the ambassador icon and the QR code. Maybe I'll just have to move them. Might be helpful. I have a whole separate scene for the Tiltify stuff. Anyways, I'm excited for tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, my kid will come to me, Dee Dee, at like 8:57 and be like, Mom, I forgot to do my Duolingo. I'm like, oh my God, you're supposed to be going to bed right now. But how could I tell him no? My 11-year-old has done like upwards of almost 200-day streaks in Greek, of all things. I'm not going to punish that. I'm going to give him 5 to 10 minutes to finish his Duolingo, even though he's supposed to be done with phone time. Because he's learning a language, so pretty awesome. That kid is way too smart and mature for his age. I really hope he doesn't have what I had and like have like a breakdown in his 20s where he's just like, I was too responsible as a child. Cat, hey, if that's the reason and it's not like financial or, you know what I'm saying? Some other circumstances outside of your control that, you know, you wish weren't so. Obviously that does fit that description, but what I'm saying is like if you were mentally prepared to do it, but something else was stopping you, that to me would be you know, a lot worse. If it's because you need to take care of yourself, as frustrating and as hard as that might be, I'm glad you're making a decision to prioritize you. That's what's happening to you right now. What? Is it money? Is it the cost? Big hugs no matter what. Ella, I love you, friend. Thank you. Ella, we looked at your bag. It looks so good. We were looking at Discord. Oh, and there is actually another post in there. So let's just go ahead and look at it. Welcome, readers. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, Ella, my dear friend. This looks great. I love this fabric. Whole breakdown in your 20s. It's okay. You'll get through it, Pat. You got this. Yeah, I had basically had a mental health crisis in like my early 20s. I just didn't know what I wanted out of life anymore. I was very lost. I thought I was going to become a professional stage actor. That wasn't working out. No matter what I did, it felt like the universe was against me. I hated Los Angeles, couldn't stand it there. had to move away pretty much like after 2 years. I was like, I can't do this anymore. But that's okay. It's neither here nor there. It's all in the past, and you will get through this. And I appreciate you sharing that here, that you feel comfortable that you can share that stuff here. But you've always been a really awesome, positive person. So I think you're gonna be just fine. I know you will. But it's good to recognize when you need a break. It is. Ella, what were you up to on stream? You played some Stardew Valley and you're super tired. Oh gosh. Go get some rest, friend. If you need to hop off of the computer and go relax and unwind, you know, I totally understand. But I would like to do a Christmas light sticky for you. Blue or yellow? Thank you for bringing people over. Welcome in if you haven't been here before. I'm 9.5 and I'm called that because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. A very bold restaurant coworker said, ha ha ha, whatever, 9.5 one day while we were polishing silverware. And the rest was history. That nickname has stuck with me over the last 20 years. You could say it's stuck, unlike the top half of my finger. Mirror, we had Captain Starlight come in here, do a $500 donation match. And it happened so fast. They matched it so fast, I didn't even have a chance to post to socials about it. Starting therapy in January. And also looking into possibly starting training for a trade job rather than uni. I talk about this all the time. Kat, that is an awesome choice for a lot of people, and it shouldn't be stigmatized like it is. People think the only path to, you know, true success as an adult is university level. For some jobs, it is a necessity, right? Obviously, we need doctors to go to medical school and stuff like that. You know, if you're going to become a lawyer, you need to go to school for law, etc. But for a lot of things, depending on what you want to do, you don't need university level education. Trade jobs typically make more money. A lot of people don't know that. And they do require a lot of knowledge, and you will have to train and maybe pass some tests. But yeah, it's on the job training. It's hands-on. And for some people, that's way better of a way to learn than just sitting in a classroom and writing papers. And there's nothing wrong with that. We stigmatize it way too much. People would ask me when I worked in restaurants, my son, my cousin, my nephew, my granddaughter, my sister, whoever, has always thought it would be awesome to become a chef, pastry chef, whatever, or sommelier, etc. I know there's a culinary school here. Would you recommend it? And I would be like, absolutely not. And they would be like, oh, really? Why? Doesn't going to school for something make you more prepared to... I'm like, not for restaurants. It's a simulation. You need to know how real restaurants work. And even if you have a lot of experience, it's going to take time for you to adjust to any new restaurant job because they all do things differently. Yes, there are some common threads throughout restaurant industry that are, you know, once you have a lot of experience, you're going to notice like this is kind of a typical way people do things. And then you'll go to the next job and they will do it completely backwards from that. Like you have to be able to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Looking into carpentry or electrician. Awesome. Your dad's an electrician and it sounds really cool. And it's exactly your job as a waiter that taught you that you're better at something active rather than sitting down all day. And thinking on your feet and things changing every day. I think that's important for some of us. If things are too rote, we get bored and then we make mistakes. And it was when the restaurant was slow that I would make more mistakes. So I'm right there with you. And I think people need to understand if nobody wants to do the trade jobs, right? Like electrician, carpenter, plumber, construction, etc. Like who's going to fix your toilet? Who's going to come and help you repair that section of your roof when there's flooding coming through your ceiling? Those jobs are extremely important, and doing them, you know, people assume that somebody who does that kind of work didn't have intelligence to pass classes in school. Those jobs require a lot of intelligence, actually. You have to make decisions. You have to assess situations. You have to know how certain materials will behave. You have to understand the application of physics. They are essential services, exactly. Your friend learned how much resolve you need to work as a pastry chef. So now he's a graphic designer. Hey, it's a creative job. That's awesome. I get it. People go, ooh, this would be really fun and cool because it's creative. It's also really hard work working in restaurants, no matter what. No matter what position you work, it's a lot of hard work. It's physical. It's long hours. It's late nights. It's early mornings, depending on the shifts that you work. It could be late nights and early mornings. It's a lot, you know? But it's also a lot of fun for a lot of people. And people would be like, your job is so stressful. And I'd be like, oh, no. Like, being an EMT is stressful. Those people are the ones who deserve the kudos and the trophies in our society, is people who do, you know, healthcare and junk like that. This is so gorgeous. This is a cabochon and is a pendant. Work in progress. Main cabochon is a pendant made by Woodcraft by Owen. How cool is that? That is incredible. You think that people really talk down trade jobs, though. There's just as much expertise and knowledge involved, but in a more everyday practical application. You know, if you're a journeyman electrician or a journeyman carpenter, you know, that's no small feat. Those are people who really understand those trades inside and out. You make the most mistakes when there's nothing to do at work rather than when there's loads to do. Yeah, there's so much science involved. It's true. Electrician there takes 4 to 5 years, depending on what you want to do. Absolutely, Plaid Pandas. Yes. Hi, Yarning. Type exclamation point coop. Here, I got it. Unlurking temporarily. This piece is gorgeous. I mean, I've come to expect no less from you. Your work is stunning. Just absolutely stunning. Oh, I know. It's a whip. It's not even finished. And I'm already like... Thank you, Ella. Poor Ella. I forgot. And you had to do your own... Did you say what color you wanted, Ella, for a... I can look. Hold on. Blue. Thank you, Ella. I appreciate the heck out of you, friend. Everything you do for our community. You're amazing. I appreciate you so much. We've been talking about doing some stuff, maybe some stuff where it would be for like moderators, and then also maybe like community night for like gaming or movies, which is something I've hesitated to do because I'm afraid of having to cancel it due to family stuff. Because that does happen to me. And I hate the idea of having to, or not being there when I said I would. And I need to knock that off. Because even if I had to cancel, you guys could all come and hang out. So remember when you said you were waiting for Twitch recap to tell you you live here? Yes. Books vacation in the VIP lounge. Easy. We did it, y'all. We're gonna unmod Miro for a week. After the new year, folks. Or the last week of the year if you want, Miro. Whatever you want. Whenever you want to do it. But the answer can't be never. It could be your birthday week, too. Whatever you want. Miro vacay. Miro will not be allowed to mod for a whole week because you guys made it to... I know that the goal bar is not full yet. I'm hoping we do actually fill it before the auction. That would be really cool. So I can just bump that right up to the next goal that we have, which is to release the fanny pack. And I decided that if we release the fanny pack, I am going to make it a charity-only purchase. Any proceeds from the sale of that fanny pack will go to a charity. And we will determine the target monthly. Or maybe every other monthly. I might take a page from the book of Brenda of Art and Jest. If we're going to attach it to a charity redeem or a charity milestone, it only makes sense to then turn around and have any proceeds from the sales of it go to charity. So I'm going to make it an even $40 for the fanny pack. And yeah, But that's if we hit 696970. We have to hit 696970. Right now, if you include the bids for the auction, and it was a pretty awesome moment, Captain Starlight coming in here. The donation match stood no chance. It was completed within like, I think like a half an hour maybe. I can look at the dashboard. I can tell you. Lunar Wolf, 11:37 a.m. 11:55. It was less than 20 minutes. Less than 20 minutes later, it was 18 minutes. It took a grand total of 18 minutes for you all to match $500 from Captain Starlight. It was perfectly timed. You were literally just looking for the donate link when the match hit. Did we get a shout out for Lunar Wolf earlier yet? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm doing it anyways. Thank you so much. Combined with the match, your contribution covered the cost of a little red wagon for a Starlight Hospital. They are really awesome. They're specially designed for hospitals that serve children. And I just can't thank everybody enough. So if we add the amount bid so far, at least to my knowledge, we're actually at $6,074.99. Hi, Rue. How you doing? That amount I typed in chat, which was accidental, actually. I thought I was in my calculator. Is the amount, the total amount bid on all of our auction items. Please check out the auction. There are some awesome things in there, and I might have some stuff up my sleeve to throw a couple of last-minute listings up there. That number is not correct, Kappa. Don't ask me how I know, Kappa. What? Somebody has anonymously bid a total of $175 on the 2 remaining items that did not currently have bids. And I think I might have an idea of who it was. Hey! No! You tell Amish to stay away from Miro. That's moonlighting. Actually, Miro mods for a bunch of other people. It was anonymous. Yes. Yes. That means we're at $6,249.99, which puts us $719.71 away from the most we have ever raised in a single campaign or any cause through Tiltify ever in the lifetime of the channel. 6969.69 is the highest total we've ever raised, and it was for our 12 days campaign last year. We are $719.71 away from exceeding our all-time record campaign total on Tiltify. J Random Moose or someone. Yeah. So if you would consider donating, any amount helps. I'm going to be thrilled no matter what.
I really like Coke.
Hi, Zach.
What do you like about corn?
It's Coke.
If you can't donate, if you already donated and you can't do any more, I totally understand. Amplify. It is a feature you can use when you go to this link. There's an option directly under the donate button. That's so funny. The bot posted it again right after on the timer. Sharing. That's exactly what Amplify is. It's a way that you can generate your own individual link for sharing the campaign so that I can see how many donations you've brought in. Yeah! The Capagen thing has not been working today. Let me... just spam the emotes. Mage, thank you so much, Mage Pipsqueak, for your $10 for Starlight. What color do you want for a sticky note on my desk? I'm doing them on my desk because I don't have any more tape and they won't stay stuck to my shirt if I do them without tape. What color do you want? Yellow or blue? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mage, thank you for your donation to Starlight Children's Foundation. $10 is the cost of... Here, let's look. $10 is the cost of providing 10 children access to Starlight VR. Thank you so much, friend, for doing that. We have successfully funded a Starlight Nintendo gaming station without the bids considered. Without even considering the auction bids, we have now successfully funded a gaming rig. I think I owe you some 3D Dragon giveaways, actually. And some earrings. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of our community. I am so thankful. I am deeply grateful to anyone who has contributed financially, who offered up items for the auction, who bid on auction items, who made donations directly to the Tiltify, who talked about what we were doing, who shouted us out, who rated the channel, who shared the socials. What doesn't seem to be working? You were stuck in ads for the past few minutes. Oh, Mage, what color would you like? Yellow or blue for your name on my desk? Thank you for your $10 contribution. Every little tiny bit helps. $10 is amazing. It provides access for 10 kids to Starlight VR, which can sometimes eliminate the need for things like general anesthesia. It's huge. $1 can do that for one kid. Your little boy's favorite color is yellow, so yellow, please. I love it. I love yellow and orange. Orange is my favorite. Mage, you're amazing. I'm so thankful for all of the help. The goat emoji isn't working. Oh. You mean Twitch introduced something new that isn't working? Oh, you got it to work, Ian. Why can't Miro do it? Oh. You're doing it with a lowercase e? There you go. I'm gonna see if I can't get something else working. Huh. Yeah, I refreshed the Stream Elements alert box and the overlay, and neither of those things seems to be fixing the emote spam. Oh well. All right, you guys, we need to do 2 3D printed dragons at least. I'll have to take inventory. How many do we have left? I thought we only had 4, but Ian says he thought we had 5. There's one going to Denmark, and so I told him to hold off on sending me that one until we had raffled them, until we had given them all away. Dragon is your keyword. If you've already won a 3D printed dragon, this go round, please refrain from entering. Thanks. I know, and he's already sent that. I said, oh, okay. Just tell me how many you've sent. And he said he thought we had 5 left, but I think it's 4. I mean, I could be wrong. Is it that somebody didn't send me their address yet? Let me look at the spreadsheet. And let me double check your dono, Mage, to see if you asked for, what, 10 hours of play. You chose the cause reward. Thank you so much, Mage. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your contribution. You're awesome. You have such a lovely, kind, caring, giving attitude. It means a lot to me. These 3D printed dragons are super cool. Here's mine that I got from Ian at TwitchCon. 8 were given away. I thought so. We have 4 left. Let's do 2 of them today, and hopefully we get to give the other 2 away tomorrow. When we get to... Wait, we should be giving 3 of the last 4 away, because the last one is at 5,500. Yeah, we need to give 3 away today. Yes. I think so. Oh, I'm thinking about cutting it all off and donating it, Mage. Would that mean that we've given away 8 and really there have been 9? Which one am I not sending him the info then for? Because that would be the issue. I gave him Isabella's info. I did not give him Lemming. Oh, maybe it's Cheeky. Hold on. Make sure I'm not showing Discord. Okay, good. It's Cheeky Monkey. I think. Hold on. No, I sent him Cheeky Monkey's info. And then... I think I know what's going on. He's just saying... He's saying that... Hi, Joe. How are you? Fancy shout out for Cupo Joe, please. Joe offered an emote commission, and it's going to be an animated one because the bidding has reached $50 or more. Thank you so much, Joe. And you also donated to the campaign, which is like, I can't tell you how much that means to me. It already meant a lot that you were willing to do the auction listing. You pinged me in Discord. In the server? No, I know that. We're just gonna go with what we have, and if there ends up being one less, he can tell me that. I'm gonna make sure all the names that have been pulled have been sent. For right now, let's give away 2 dragons. Let's give away 2 dragons, and then we'll go from there. Whoever wins, I will send him the info, and I'll be like, okay, now I need to know for sure, like, how many people's names have I sent you, and then double check it against our charity spreadsheet. I see you highlighting the dragons because like I went through and I counted those like several times. I've sent every single one of those the information for them, except for let me double check and see if I've sent the one for Nitro. That might be the one I'm missing. Nope. I sent Nitro's info. He did not get back to me with a tracking number for Nitro, I don't think, so let me ask him. Yeah, clapping. Yes. What's going to happen is he's going to send me any international recipients. It might be just you. And then I'm going to be able to package that up for you with your rubber chicken and send it out to you all together. They are really pretty. They're really cool. You will not have a choice of color. He printed 12 of them up with whatever colors. Yeah, if you have the means to help with the shipping, that's great. But I also told Clapping absolutely not. Only because Clapping already did a bunch of crazy stuff. And you're amazing and I appreciate you and you are wonderful and you're good. I reserve the right to tell someone that they don't have to help me. Clapping gifted like 10 subs in here. I'll spell it out for you. Not like 10 subs. Clapping gifted 10 subs, so... Oh my God, Clapping. Okay. Okay. Okay, Clapping. I can tell you're not going to take no for an answer. Fine. Oh, I could at least make it clicky for you. Discord, when are you gonna knock this off with me having to type HTTPS://? Anyhow, let's do this giveaway. We're giving away 2 dragons. If you don't win the first time, don't leave. We're at $5,016.30 for the kids. I should have at least 1 more dragon after this to give away. Okay? At 5,500. Which we will unlock. We're going to unlock all of them. I just don't want to do it till all the bidding stuff completes. Like, what if we had a bunch of failed payments or something? It's not actually in there yet. Okay? 10, 9.5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are we having somebody having trouble figuring out how to do this? No exclamation point, Doc Holiday. You're typing an exclamation point. It's a keyword, not a command. Grateful Vanessa, thank you for the follow. You gotta read chat, Doc Holiday, and follow instructions. I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm just saying everyone's trying to help you in chat. You're good, Lemming. Take your time. I know, but a bunch of people were telling you. So you got to look at chat and read the moderators' messages too, because they're here to help, right? I love you, Ella. Okay, 10, 9.5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, no. I'm watching you people. We're giving away 2. You'll be able to get in for the second one. 69 seconds. Hobby Painting, congratulations. You have won a 3D printed dragon courtesy of our friend Ian Douglas 736. You need to type a chat. There you go. Yes, way. Will you type exclamation point winter? Winter. Will you type exclamation point winner, Hobby? Exclamation point winner. Just Hobby. Hobby only. Type exclamation point winner. Congratulations, Hobby. Type it now. Type it now. I'm watching you people. Type it now. I'm watching you people. You have to type it again. You can't type it when we're in between.
Thank you for the
Mage
sub.
Pipsqueak,
Smash
thank
Pipsqueak
you.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Javi_painting.
Jenna. No wiener. No wiener, Gav. Busted Wiener was in here. We got busted again. We got busted again the other night. I'm really glad I went live. Busted went crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a sweetheart. What a kind person. So generous. Don't judge a book by its cover. The moral of the story with Busted Wiener, their name is Busted Wiener. They come in here during one of our front page streams and I'm like, uh-oh. And I gave them a chance. And they proved to be an incredibly generous and kind soul. Who probably gets a kick out of seeing their name on screen, but they're willing to pay for the privilege and to give it to the babies. So we love Busted. Busted was busting out. It was nuts. And that's as close as I'm going to get to saying what you think you think I'm going to say. It was amazing. It was so fun. And so sweet. And I was completely broken. Apparently Busted makes him feel good. So awesome. Like, needs to offer services to people who want to effectively be able to stick around and troll mildly. Panda! And I have a feeling, Panda, that I'm going to receive a message that may have further instruction regarding this, and I hope that you will enjoy this particular sentiment and these instructions. Just I have a feeling. Yeah, Panda. Please feel free to keep bidding, you guys. Outbid people. Outbid people. I would love that. I want you to fight over these auction items. This is the time when it's okay to be competitive because it's for the kids. All right, ready? This is the second dragon. Congratulations, Javi. 10, 9.5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I know. I'm talking about, saying I really want that thing. Mage, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to our winner, Hobby. Enjoy our emotes, Hobby, courtesy Karen! Courtesy of our awesome friend, Mage Pipsqueak, who is also a charity supporter. Karen, let's hecky go! All right, Hobby. Hopefully you had no trouble getting the winner form and filling it out. Karen, you know the deal. Or you could just Discord DM it to me. I mean, you can fill out the form. That would be helpful, I guess, for tracking things. But I don't need it for my expenses or anything like that. Whatever you want to do. You can just send me your address in Discord. Just DM me the address in Discord. It's actually easier. The forum is helpful because I'm not always able to receive messages from people on Discord, or maybe they don't feel like joining the server, and that way there's no pressure for them to join the server, and they don't feel like this is just a ploy for me to get more people in our Discord. Whatever you want. Why wasn't your name in the list? Gosh, I don't know. I'm watching you people. Did you type dragon in the chat? You put an exclamation point. We almost never use them. I'm watching you people. I'm really sorry. I thought I saw you type it. I wasn't really paying super close attention, and I left it open for a little while before we drew a second winner. I am sorry. There's no exclamation point. It's a keyword. My apologies. Sometimes there's a lot going on and I need to end soon. So I'm kind of was trying to get this on the road. You can enter for the earrings though, because we still need to do that. Earrings. I'm gonna do this quickly. I can't hang around. My ride is coming in like 10 minutes and I have to let my dogs outside before I leave. Earrings. But I really don't want to be trying to do it while we're collabing with Astro. I don't know if that'd be a good time to be doing that. Let me show you what we're giving away. It's from our best friend Danielle. The cactus earrings. Tomorrow we will do the last two. Cactus earrings. Actually, we could do... No, this is the second to last one. And then there's two pictures of the last one. So we'll do this one today and the last one tomorrow. This cute cactus. Adorable. They could be used as stitch markers as well or earrings, either way. All right, courtesy of my friend MCQ Mommy, aka best friend Danielle. Thank you so much, Danielle, for volunteering this awesome prizing for our campaign. It means the world to me, all the support that people offer, and this is a fantastic way people can do that. Earrings in the chat. Earrings. 10. We're doing this quickly. 9.5. 9. 8. 7. 6. Your keyword is earrings. No exclamation point. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Blast off. I almost forgot to do this.
It's Mother Cluckin' giveaway time.
It's very rare that we use an exclamation point in our giveaways. It's almost always a keyword because there's too much overlap. We have too many commands. So I almost always do just a keyword. And you just have to type just that word only. If you type anything else in the message, it won't count. Puffles! Puffles! Don't beat Steve. I gotta go. Holy shish kebabs. I love you. I have your address. Well, will you just real quick type it out in Discord and DM it to me so I can send it over to Danielle? Or, I mean, you guys can talk to each other. Whatever you want. I think you guys might even be friends on Discord. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to make sure it gets over to Danielle quickly, okay? Thank you guys so much for today. I'm so stoked. I can't believe we made it to $5,016.30 without even factoring in our bids, our auction bids. So awesome. Miro, I've got it. I'm turning off raids right now. Stream stars. Oh, how fun! We haven't had a chance to raid Dragon Rider Cat yet. This particular event. And they are also a Moco Loco. I think we should raid them. Unless Blapple or DJ happens to be here and wants me to go somewhere else. They've been live for 2 hours, but... wait, are they streaming? Are they streaming for... I don't see a gold bar. Stream stars for Starlight. It's in their title. Thank you so much, Mitch. You're awesome. I really appreciate you. Very much. I'm looking for their dono link because they don't have any commands in their title for charity. I typed exclamation point charity and nothing happened, but I mean, that doesn't mean they don't have it. Please stay with us for the raid, you guys. I really appreciate you sticking around for raids when we're doing charity and we're on a team. We really want to make sure that we're supporting our teammates as well as doing our own fundraising. So I'm quickly trying to figure out if they're actually fundraising or not, because there are people on our team who are not, that don't have active, and they're awesome people. Don't get me wrong. But I want to make sure that we're sending you to someone who is actually fundraising right now, because there's other choices. And I'm, if you'd like to donate, click this link. Let's go. I wanted to double check. All right. We're rating Dragon Rider Cat. This is a mature audience's channel. They are a fiber artist. They do crochet. Fiber artist on Twitch, knit, crochet, and spin. And so they are supporting the charity. I wasn't 100% because I haven't been to their channel yet this time around. So it's nice that we get to raid them. Thank you guys so much for everything today. Huge shout out to Captain Starlight for flying in here and doing a $500 matching donation incentive. I am so thrilled. That's a nice round even number. Let's go. That's so awesome. Please grab those raid calls that we have special. Tomorrow is the last day. The auction ends. Bidding closes at 2 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. And that will be maybe our final stream tomorrow afternoon for Starlight. Unless I can manage to do an evening stream, I will try, but no guarantees. You know, I have kids. I got stuff I got to do for my family. But I might try and see if I can come back on in the evening to be live and wrap it up. Or at the very least, I will be on and supporting our teammates. Thank you so much, like on Twitch and hanging out in people's chats. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for getting bids made on every single one of our auction items. You guys are amazing. Thank you, mods, so much for all your help and love. And please do something nice for yourselves, guys. Self-care is super important and you are worth it. I will see you over there. Bye.